those later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let us get into it. We're gonna do some recapping first. Um, you guys are currently in the midst of a lovely little bit of swamp, kind of this brackish, swampish land that has formed as like the coast has pushed into, like out from the ocean into this mountain range, created this weird like mire of mix of swamp and some low-lying waters, but a place that kind of needs to be crossed to get from Waterdeep, the city you guys were in previously, and get to eventually Neverwinter's where the road goes. But you came this way, first stopping along the way to go to the Carnith Roadhouse, where you encountered some of the cultists, killed a lot of the cultists, and discovered that they were paying lizard folk to kind of transport treasure to this castle that you all know is nearby and suspect that the cult is currently at. That would be Castle Niertar. Um, Castle Niertar, you guys know that it used to be like a really rich dude's castle. Eventually gave way to this like organization of stargazers and stuff who mysteriously vanished. And now it appears to be where the cult is heading next. You'd also heard rumors that there was mixed rumors. I think it was either a black or a green dragon. One of the two might make its home somewhere in this swamp. You guys followed out the secret chamber from the roadhouse into the swampy area, and I'll change our map back over so that makes sense again. Hello, Paladin. I put a cat bed on the table next to me, so now he just kind of chills. Hopefully bites me on the ankles less during games.
Hopefully.
I mean, that's the hope. You guys have 3 lizard folk currently with you. The lizard folk in question are all currently a little bit in awe of you, because as they navigated through the swamp, they brought you to like this resting place you could stay for the night, this like raised stone platform. And then, Lyral, you cast your Leomund's Tiny Hut spell. And through that, you were able to basically go undetected by anything that might come by. But you did wake up noticing that a shambling mound was coming by. Something that the lizard folk seemed exceptionally afraid of. They called it a weed that walks. But you guys put it down pretty fucking immediately, because since it couldn't get to you through the barrier, you all just lit it up from a distance.
Heck yeah.
Good times.
For those that are wondering, here was the art again of a little shambling mound. That thing was torn.
It the person stuck in there.
Yeah, the official
Yeah,
art has like a dude just like swallowed up. I feel like those are the shambling mound's one of those classic monsters that is, it's built to be a trap. Because like if you hit it with lightning, you don't know about it, it powers it up, and like you normally fight them at around the level people start doing lightning bolt shenanigans. So it just feels like an intentional trap of a monster. However, the rest of the night passes fine. You guys have your long rest. Should be max health. Any other long rest abilities should have been returned to you. Sorry, my internet is being a little funny for some reason, but that's fine. As you guys wake up for the morning, everyone go ahead and give me a perception check. Alright. Cool. Darval and Waka, it is not immediately evident to you. I just need to adjust one thing here. Sorry, my thing's being a little finicky on my end. Okay, there we go. Lyral and Willa, however, this part of the swamp, again, you guys know you are almost to that point where it is like becoming watery enough that you're going to need like a rowboat to continue down these channels and to get to your destination. Coming in from the direction of the sea you see that there is a rowboat approaching you guys. Coming in over here.
How large is this rowboat?
Big enough for one person.
Eh.
Not very large.
And give me 1 sec. I'm gonna pop you up some new art here, guys. If our new player, if you want to describe what exactly it is they're seeing rowing closer to them right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so y'all are seeing this like very stout fairy dressed in pirate garb. He's got an enormous battle axe next to him. The art is not really very much well sized, so he's probably about 2 feet tall, and the battle axe is like normal human battle axe size, so probably 6-7 feet. Yeah, and he's rowing. He looks pretty upset. Some empty bottles in the boat around him.
I think one of the lizard folk kind of peers out from the. Does the bubble dissipate after the morning, or do you dismiss it, Lyral?
I believe it has an amount of time it eventually disappears after, but I think I could do with the let me check.
I think it's probably like, I would imagine it's like a night's rest, so maybe 8 hours.
It's 8-hour duration.
Okay, so it would kind of be like slowly fading away as you're spotting this dude. Seeing it doesn't look like he's made you guys yet, but is rowing more inland away from the sea. Some of the lizard folk with you like, what's that thing over there in the boat? Do you all see that? It's getting closer.
To answer your question, I did not see it, but now I do. Huh. How does it carry that axe?
I actually assumed it was the axe carrying the ferry.
Mm,
It's a very nice axe.
it is a very nice axe.
Do you think he's friendly?
Hard to tell.
All right, and I'm gonna give you control of that in a second here of your character's new token. All right, you should be able to drag around your fairy's token now, but let me know if you cannot. And I'm gonna edit him a bit. Can you move him around? That was me dragging him, but if not, I will edit his settings farther. Okay, cool. Looks like we are golden then. And refresh my memory, Captain. Do fairies have dark vision in this? I am blanking. I don't think they do. But let me know if that is not the case. Also, if you're talking, you are muted. Just say I don't know if you stepped away or not.
No, I am here.
Okay. I looked over at
They
Discord.
do not have night vision. No.
Okay. Gotcha. So I'm just like saving this as your default token, so when you drag it out, we don't have to attribute things to him every
For
time.
sure. Y'all, I also want to brag. I rolled for my
Yeah, dude.
my health and just destroyed it. I rolled a 37.
Yeah, the average for leveling up a barbarian 4 levels to where you guys are now is to increase their health by 21 on the dice. To which Captain Guppy got a 37.
Yeah.
Which is an absolutely filthy amount.
Quite good.
That is an acceptable level of health for you to have.
Yeah, you're like the epitome of barbarian fucking health right now. Good lord, or whatever it is.
Now we could stop, taking turns being punching bags.
You do have more health than I think anyone in the party. Certainly more than these lizard folk that are with you. They are pathetic little lizards.
Well, then maybe I can take them.
I think your boat kind of like runs aground over here as you finally see like, oh, thank gods, like the only piece of solid land you've seen in this mucky swamp since you started rowing in from the sea.
Oh, I almost certainly didn't see the land. I am not very observant of anything right now.
Well, that is okay, as these 3 lizard folk. I don't know if did I show you guys the official lizard folk art last time? I'm blanking on if I did.
Really cool.
Oh, yeah, I did, because we had to talk about their fucking, like, weird tortoise shell shields.
Yep.
Also, like, what an aristocratic jawline lizard folks have.
It's very nice.
Very blue blood of them.
I guess we have to.
Is their larynx like a foot long, or is that their vertebrae?
Dude, I don't know. There's a little... The shading in the neck is a bit confusing. I think they are supposed to have, like, a frill of skin underneath the chin there. Either way, as you are sailing by, one of them is like, "You there, what is your business in the swamps?"
Do I see them?
I think you do, yeah. At this point, dawn is lighting. They've stepped out of their weird bubble. I think you, from your level of being able to observe stuff right now, the people inside this little, like, dome of energy that I've marked over here, that's still looking a bit murky because the spell is not quite faded yet. However, looks like Waka and then the lizard folk are all standing on, like, the edge of that stone platform. I think you can definitely see them at this point.
Okay. There are rocks around.
Rocks? Yeah, there's fucking rocks scattered everywhere. They're a little slippery and
Throw
mucky.
a rock at 'em.
You throw a rock over here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say after you, with the bottles around your feet and the...
Oh,
First-
I'll throw a bottle. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, with that in mind, being a little drunk, it'll be hard to throw. Give me a... I'm gonna say a straight dex roll, just a disadvantage, as you try to grab, like, a wet bottle, like a wet glass bottle out of the bottom of the boat. On an 11, I think it just shatters on the stone right in front of a lizard folk.
Yeah, and I just scream out.
This one turns to Waka and it's just like, "Is he speaking some dialect we don't understand? What's he saying?"
Oh, I say it in Sylvan, by the way. I say it in Sylvan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's-
Even more so, the lizard folk is confused then. It's not just mumbles; it's mumbles in a separate language.
Would I understand because I can speak Sylvan too?
I'm gonna say give me a perception check, and then Captain, you give him like the general vibe if he rolls pretty high. No, I think it's just unintelligible. You're like, some of those sounded like Sylvan words, but like they were so slurred, you weren't quite sure if that was true.
All right.
On a scale of 1 to like 73, how much pirate essence do you just exude?
I'd say probably like a 68.
That's solid. That's like at least a Black Pearl level.
I agree. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna look at him, look at the lizard folk, and be like, he's either dying of dehydration or extremely drunk.
What?
Those are the options that I foresee here.
Dying of dehydration or drunk. Solid options to have.
Yeah, one could argue the same thing.
Alright, change up our music.
I'm gonna step out and
I'll ask Darvel, the resident medic, to go
The resident.
look at it.
Is it
Why am I the
snowing
resident
in the
medic? I thought
square
Literal
you
would be.
all are?
Is it snowing? Alright, well, it's supposed to be an energy dome. I didn't have a good foggy one that I could find last time, so...
Okay, alright.
It's energy that's becoming visible because the spell's fading. But yes, also it is also the snow. When you said Death Star, I literally just noticed that I had accidentally put a smaller one in the middle. God damn it. Hold on.
It's because I was on top of that until I moved over one.
I was okay, that's why it was hidden. I was like, what am I losing I have not placed a new one this session.
yeah.
Fucking losing my mind.
Anyway.
here.
I'm gonna go up to him. Say hello there.
Can I throw a bottle?
I'll give him a chance to say something, then you can reach for a bottle.
Alright.
Hello there. What can we do for you? What are you doing out here?
All right, I pick up a bottle. I don't throw it yet.
A wary look in your like watery eyes at this point, very bleary.
Yeah, the one that doesn't have an eye patch on.
Oh yeah, sorry. Of course,
I have a question.
the eye patch remains very similar to how it normally looks. I would imagine.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
Would booze constitute a poison that can neutralize with lay on hands?
I feel like I would allow it. Just like that's a whole burning of a lay on hands. I think I would allow it though.
Yeah.
Because like alcohol is a poison on its most base level.
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna move over to him, put my hand get him out of his back, and
that is another action.
that's
I was-
fair.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
I think just
Well,
for the
it's a-
memes.
Check.
Attack of opportunity. Right?
I was gonna say just
Do
for
we
the
have that in
memes.
5e?
We do, but only when they walk away from you now, when they come closer.
Oh, fuck that.
Welcome to me explaining to Waka every single session what is in fact Pathfinder and what is 5e. I'd say just for the memes, give me an opposed athletics check. You guys both roll athletics and see what happens.
Let's poison here.
Okay, coming in strong. Oh my god. Honestly, I think on a perfectly tied thing, Darval, you like try to touch him with the palm of your hand. Captain, you like grab his fucking wrists in your hands so he can't touch you with the palms. And
Yeah.
as you guys do this, the boat rocks like way too violently, and both of you just kind of like, it's not deep, but you both just splash into the swampy water, which you then stand back up, and it's about like thigh deep. But you both have
Okay,
like
I start.
got mud all over you now.
How thigh deep for who?
5e for what?
5 feet deep for who?
For whom?
Oh, I guess.
I'm tiny.
Yeah, I guess for you. Yeah, I guess you have to kind of like pull your way out of the trench onto the actual like swamp bank, as you're like fully under.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
like
reach down, pull him up.
freaking out because I'm like I can't swim. I can't swim.
I'm gonna pick you up, and while I do that, lay on hands for 5 to D for you.
All right, you like kind of drag him out because you hear like the panicked, yelling of "can't swim." On the way, Captain Guppy, you've like never felt such an immediate hangover cure. Like, shocking no one, none of your friends have been paladins. And you're like, wow, this is like, I didn't need like a nice greasy breakfast or like hair of the dog. You're just fucking fine.
Feeling better? Is it
Do I? So the whole
Say that again, you cut out.
thing tipped over. Sorry, the whole boat tipped over. So my axe, my bottles of whiskey.
I think
Are
it was
they all
more.
gone?
No. I think it was like it just rocked really violently. I think you like felt like in this wrestling match where you guys perfectly tied each other. He like inadvertently pulled you overboard. So your boat's kind of just like fetched up here against the bank right now.
Okay. All right. So I say, Captain,
All right, what do you cut out of it?
what's it to you? And I grab a bottle of whiskey and start chugging. Sorry, my internet is not doing good things. I may try and restart in a second.
Okay.
No, so I just say, Captain Guppy, what's it to you? And I grab a bottle of whiskey and start chugging.
Just want to make sure you weren't going to like necessarily attack us or anything. Want to have a simple conversation. What are you doing out here?
You really got to bring that up, huh?
I was like, that's up to you how much you
Just
feel.
if you want to.
See someone
Sure.
in a boat, and you gotta ask them what they're doing. Just asking questions of everyone.
I mean,
We own these swamps.
Well, the
over
lizard,
that water.
the lizard folk kind of turns to the others. He's like, I'm confused. Is the small one mad that we're wondering why he just showed up in a boat?
Yeah.
These feel like are these not standard non-swamp dweller questions? We live mostly in the swamps, I'll admit.
No,
All right. Look, fine. I admit it. You're right. My crew mutinied me, and now I'm here. I can't swim, so they gave me the boat because otherwise I would have drowned. Got no other way to get back to land.
Fly?
So,
Motherfucker.
What?
If you wings, I'm just curious.
God damn it.
I mean, you can't fly like all the way to land, but just curious. Can you fly?
I fucking.
You point out his wings and he starts to lose it.
Did I say something offensive? Is there something wrong with the wings? I can't tell.
Of course I can fucking. You think I didn't know that? You think I forgot that I could fly? You think I got so drunk I forgot I could fly?
The one next to Lero elbows her and is like, I think he forgot how to fly.
it happens sometimes.
No. I'm just trying to assess your combat prowess here.
Okay,
Definitely sounds like you forgot how to fly.
I think we're asking the wrong question here. You introduced yourself as Captain Guppy,
That's
Yes.
right.
but you say your crew mutinied. So who are you captain of?
Yes.
Captain's really more of a state of mind.
Captain of my ship, of course, and my crew.
What crew?
The one that mutinied me. Aren't you paying attention?
Clearly not well enough.
All right.
Well, how's this, Captain? Me and my associates here are on a dangerous mission that pays very well, I think, to...
What was that?
I think asterisk. I mean, the Harpers have offered you guys like pretty good profit.
Just a thingture that pays very well. We are currently en route to a not so abandoned castle where we are going to encounter the cult of the dragon and hope to put a stop to some of their nefarious plans. And if you tag along, I'm sure our what's the word I'm looking for? Our benefactors would be happy to give you a generous sum of the profits of their money to help to reimburse you for your help.
You
I'm
think
gonna-
they got
I'm
more
gonna yell
booze at
down.
that castle?
We also get to slaughter cultists.
That too. It's very righteous.
Yeah,
But
okay.
maybe not your thing. I don't know.
It's very righteous.
There's
That's a good
a
one.
reward.
It's hard to help it with that.
As you guys are like explaining, you know, what the benefits are here, one of the lizard folks does call out. You guys remember he had mentioned Snapjaw last night, that he was going to meet up. You guys, they were planning to meet up with him on the edge of where you guys start to need boats. It's like, Snapjaw approaches. Perhaps he will shed some fucking sanity on this morning.
Yeah, good luck with that.
They kind of like sprint over here. You guys see another, there's no like official art for him, but you see Snapjaw approaching. He kind of dismounts from the smaller canoe. It looks like he's got a few more canoes like tied in succession behind it to transport what he thought was just going to be a couple lizard folk and the goods they were bringing. Only difference with him is you see his like frill along the back of his head is more of like a sky blue than the regular like orangish yellow that these guys have.
Okay, that's good to know.
Indeed.
There it is.
Sorry, having some swamp noises. Ignore me. Oh, God damn it. I closed the wrong sound. Come back, swamp noises. There we go.
Can everyone control Lero, or is that just me and Lero?
I can.
Oh, well, you guys still have control of Lero? What the fuck? Hold on, Lero.
I can also move Lero.
All right. Lero, I'm giving it back. Oh, I remember why. It was because we were doing the we had to set the scene when you guys did that insane fight on 4 different fronts at the inn, so you guys could see what she was seeing.
Right, yeah.
So
Oh, that's right.
let me remove that because you guys do not need that anymore.
That was wild. That was fun.
I mean, yeah, that was certainly wild. All right. Well, slightly taller, blue fringed Snapjaw. He steps out. He's like,
The map is now black for me. I don't know if that's just a me thing.
Not anything.
because they're. Hold on. It's because it's nighttime mode, but I removed the things providing light, but you do not have night vision, so let me change it to.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I've got like 300 feet of night vision.
It is daytime now. There you go. Did that fix it?
Yes.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. Look, sometimes there's days, sometimes there's nights. It's hard to keep track.
That's true.
2 categories? I mean, come on.
I was just listening to a D&D podcast thing where some guy asked to roll for if he could see the sun or not to know if it's day or night.
Did they let him?
They did. And he made the roll.
What a hero. Surely they'll sing
Yeah.
songs of him for generations to come.
Indeed.
Snapjaw kind of like looks at his men who look immensely kind of guilty, like they don't want to explain a situation. He's like, who are all of these people? Sorry, Snapjaw, sorry, Look, it turns out we're not getting a very good deal from the cultists. The talismans, he like shakes the stuff that you guys found out was just fucking useless trash. They're not even magical, Snapjaw. You see he like looks down at this like ornate fucking like multi-toothed necklace with an eagle feather, and he's like, what? This does nothing?
They're like, it does absolutely nothing.
The fucking audacity.
I know, just very rude. You want to help us kill them now?
Look, I might be pissed at them, but that castle's scary. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in there. However, will I bring you there free of charge? Yes, get in the canoe. If you want to kill them, let's kill them.
Yes, that's all the help we needed, my man.
Awesome, let's do it.
Hey,
Captain, you coming?
Want to come with?
Yeah, why not? I use my fairy magic to set fire to my canoe, and I fly alongside.
A little bit of nature magic. You guys see, it's hard to catch at first, Captain, and then the flame kind of goes over a pool of like way too high proof pirate alcohol and just catches the rest of it. There's like a very worrying like whoomp, like that rush of flame all at once sound, and you guys look over like, that must have been a lot of like high alcohol content for that noise, and you see Captain like still just drinking that whiskey bottle. It's like, oh,
I think that's a moonshine bottle at this point.
yeah, the bottle says whiskey in quotation marks.
Can I, while we're in the canoes, ritual cast purify food and drink on the alcohol?
Oh, that's just
All right. Here's the question, though. Would that remove the alcohol, or would it just purify it to just pure alcohol and remove all other molecules?
I vote pure alcohol.
Pure alcohol. Yeah, I'll do it.
One gulp, immediately being blind.
Alright, I'll say, I think it'll definitely be an Arcana check to even try. I'd say a disadvantage, because you guys are, like, on moving canoes through this disgusting swamp.
Okay.
But I will allow, because it's very funny. No.
No.
If anything, you weirdly, like, added some spices and flavor.
Okay.
If you take another swing, like, oh wow, this is, like, nicer than when I stole it.
You're like, thank you for spicing my whiskey.
Fucking interesting. Alright. So, you guys are going to be approaching Castle Nieritar. And I'm going to show you guys the glimpse of art. As you all approach, here is the castle laid out before you. It looks like there are some more recently built structures in front. Kind of a green, swamp-like growth all over the place. Although you know this is the right place because you know, unlike most buildings or castles in this part of the country, the stargazing group added a observatory on top. So you're very confident this is the right place.
Sweet.
All right. So, with that in mind, I'm gonna bring us all over to the first of the castle maps. Yes, there are indeed multiple.
Snap.
Where is the one that I want?
Wait, Guppy, you're level 4, you said?
No, level
I
5.
was level there.
Oh, okay. Oh, you leveled up 4 times. That makes more sense.
Yes, yes. That. Oh, yeah. When I was saying the stuff earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have many extra maps. They're not actually part of this book, but I enjoy. So, we are going to bring ourselves over to the ground floor of the castle. I'm going to set it to daytime, and then I'll ping you guys where you're dropping.
Are you ready to be level 6, Guppy?
Huzzah! Alright, if you guys want to drop yourselves over here.
I forget how Roll20 works.
That's okay.
That's a big map.
Oh, it's an
Ooh.
enormous fucking map.
Hey Ben.
Basically, Michael, if you hover like your cursor over your sheet's name until it turns blue, and then drag the blue name onto the map, and we're dragging them over here.
Ben,
Yes. What was the question?
I
Go ahead.
don't have Lyral in my journal anymore.
What?
I do.
God damn it! Hold on.
I can't do anything with it. I can't drag her on, but
Somehow all right. It's in Darval's journal, but Lyral can edit it but not see it. So,
I can't drag it on though.
okay, Lyral, you
it's
have
not me.
control again and should be able to see it. If not, just refresh and it should pop up. But it looks like you got it.
My name is not turning blue.
You want to hover over not the. Are you in the journal section?
Yeah.
Okay, don't hover over like the 3 lines. Hover over the actual
Oh, yeah, there you go.
name.
Yep. Got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
honestly, I think that's very unintuitive. I thought the exact same thing when I first did it. Like, why wouldn't it be the picture that you drag on? Why is it like the name that's dragged on? Just seems odd.
This is enormous.
It is the biggest map we've been on so far this campaign. It's very large. Alrighty. So, with that in mind, maybe it is Roll20 that's being a little slow. Because you're saying your internet's being a little slow. My Roll20 is a little odd right now. Okay, so you guys come up on a landing here. There is like a couple other canoes here. It looks like there is a small, you can call it like a camp or a village, really. These like makeshift tents over here. Your lizard folk leader kind of turns to you all. He's like, this camp has many of our families and our people living here. We're not going to get involved for fear of that retaliation. But if you need something, perhaps you can come visit us over there before things go down. And Snapjaw kind of like waves you guys off. There's a lot of like very tall grass cover along the bank so that you guys aren't going to be spotted right away. And Snapjaw like takes him and his troops, or his 3 like minions, over to their lizard folk camp. Everyone go ahead, and now that he has dropped you guys off, give me a perception check on what you're noticing around here. Okay, we got 17, 18, 10, and 16. Alright. So, immediately obvious things that all 5 of you are going to notice over to this side, through a gap in some fencing, you can see that is like a animal stockade area. There are various beasts being stored there, including it seems to be there are some like giant lizards that the lizard folk tend to are over there. Then moving farther up, see this corner. There are some long houses. The long houses are made from reeds, bound into long, thick bundles, and bent into upside-down U-shaped ribs. The spaces between the ribs are latticed and thatched with more reeds. Each longhouse has a single woven door in the center of one end wall. The construction technique used in the longhouses is rather ingenious. Looks like these ones, you don't see Snapjaw go toward them. He moves over toward the smaller tents, which are all the things over here. Like a dozen or more huts placed haphazardly on the boggy ground, each shaped more like a dome than the other ones I just described, but made of like reeds woven through a lattice, a lot of mud, grass, and it looks like maybe dung smeared over the whole thing to keep it more watertight. But yeah, mud, swamp water, and muck is just all over the ground in this terrain. You guys think you probably have a hard time running through here. Additionally, on 18 and 17, Waka and Darval, you guys see that not only are there lizard folk over there, you see that there are some giant frogs, and it looks like those frogs are being tended by small amphibious-looking creatures. I think you guys... I think you guys would know what they are. They are bullywugs. Which I'll send you a image of in a hot second. They are like small little frog people. A bullywug. Cool. As adorable as their name sounds, in my opinion.
They're like the dwarf versions of Grippleys.
Dude, Grippleys are like a 1.5 to 2 feet tall. What do you mean?
Oh, are they?
Yeah, dude, they're so small. I think the height range.
So thin and tall.
The art makes them look incredibly gangly. These are the frog characters you can play in Pathfinder, in case anyone's curious. The art makes them look very thin and gangly. The average height of a Gripply is between 1.5 and 2 feet tall. Like 2 is pushing it.
Gotcha. I didn't realize they were that short.
Oh, they're very
short. I thought
they
were medium-sized creatures.
No. They're very small. I think they're one of the smallest races you can pick as a character. Okay, then zooming out a bit more, stuff that's less close to you. You see the enormous castle I showed you in the art up ahead. It is surrounded by a moat. The moat is more, not like very deep, it looks like, but it's very muddy and stagnant water, which those of you who are, versed in traveling, you're like, okay, stagnant, pretty gross. That's not what you want out of water that you're going to go through. The moat itself looks to be about 30 to 40 feet wide, depending on where you're crossing it. There are closer spots, but they end up like right at a castle wall. Over here, it is currently open, but it seems like that is the main gate. You can tell that there is a iron portcullis that is currently open, and then 2 big wooden doors just been thrown open. They do not seem like they're, wary of being under siege or anything like that. I think with those checks, that's about all you notice from out here. Any questions on what you guys have spotted? And if not...
Does this kind of look like...
Yeah?
A town, kind of like with walls and like a castle, kind of like...
It's basically just the castle surrounded by the moat. And then there's the bullywug huts and the lizard folk huts.
Okay. And does it seem more like a camp, like temporary, or does it seem kind of permanent?
I'd say give me an investigation check, I would say. As you kind of look around the camps for like the buildings for evidence of this. Damn, nice. Popping off. Okay. You do actually also see, while you wait and examine the terrain, you see Snapjaw and his lizard folk head back to the longhouses, and one of them pulls like the weird curtain door open. It looks like there's a bunch of lizard folk in there. Seems like they are very comfortable stacking like a lot of people in one small area. It seems like those 2 huts are the longhouses where the lizard folk live, and the bullywugs all live in the circular huts. As for the permanency, the lizard folk, this looks to have been intended to be temporary. As for the bullywugs, it looks like they are trying to, like, they might have been built fairly recently, but it looks like they're trying to, like, set up permanent shops here.
Okay.
The lizard folk look like they're not really making an effort to make their, like, temporary shelters more permanent. The bullywugs are.
Okay.
Good to know.
How tall are the walls of the castle about?
Let me double check the height. They are of varying heights at the different parts here. If it'll let me scroll, there we go. Okay, so if you look at the kind of art over here, the actual, like, main castle section with, like, the 4 turrets at each corner. All of the Barvicons. Okay, so that is... Sorry, they're, like, spread across 4 different pages of notes at different heights. Okay. It looks to, like, the tops of the walls. The wall itself is about 30 to 40 feet. The towers, an additional 10 feet above that.
And are there any, like...
Any what?
archery windows or anything?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, like, arrow slits and stuff. You know that they can stand on top of the turrets. It doesn't look like anyone's, like, on patrol or anything right now.
And the arrow slits are how high?
The arrow slits... There are some that are only, like, 15 feet off the ground.
Okay. Cool.
Alright. So after all that, what's the plan? As you guys kind of hunker down in the grass, you don't think there's very much risk of discovery. There's a lot of hustle and bustle coming from these areas. Seems pretty secure.
Waka Willie, you want to go maybe do a bit of scoping out the entrance quickly? Stealthily?
Yeah.
Report back?
We can also go into one of the turrets.
That's true.
We've got 2 people who can fly, and I can teleport the other 3 of us in through the archery slits.
Because you have line of sight. Interesting.
That's
Well, yeah.
not a bad idea.
That's pretty good, yeah. Maybe Willa should go investigate the, like, fly up and investigate the turret, make sure there's no one there before we teleport in.
Yeah, Yeah.
So who lives here anyway? Some uncle of one of yours?
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
correct.
Really? No, actually, it's a bunch of evil cultists trying to resurrect Tiamat. We'll bring Tiamat back to our plane. Which would be bad for everybody.
Except
Even
the
them.
cultists.
No, probably them
Except
too.
cultists.
Probably them too. They just don't realize it.
All right. I'm gonna say if you guys are working your way towards one of the arrow slits, couple of routes you could take. So there are arrow slits here in one of the turrets. It's right here. There are some in the lower walls and some in the upper turret. All of which involve crossing kind of open ground here. So where are you trying to investigate first? And keep in mind, this spot over here, that's like the open door into the castle.
How long did it take us to get here? Like, what time is it?
From the stone landing, it would have taken you, I would say, no more than 3 hours. So it's still before noon.
Okay. Oh yeah, what's the weather like?
Weather-wise, it is pretty, it is, like, decently, not raining, but gray clouds overhead. Definitely overcast. There's some, like, various patches of fog. Not everywhere, but kind of low-lying over some of the more, like, boggy areas.
Okay. And this is like in the center here, that's pretty much just mud road.
Pretty much, yeah, just mud road.
Okay.
Hugging the like edges is where there's like grass and mist and stuff.
Yeah, so I vote to check it out. Me and Willa can kind of walk up here. We'll wait for a good chance to run across the road. Kind of try to slither up here.
All right.
I follow them.
You want to follow him?
Yeah.
You give me a stealth check. You two give me a stealth check, and then you also give me a stealth check, Captain.
I'm not trying to be stealthy, but if I could get perception if they're like really good at stealthing that I can't tell where they are.
I would say at least. Hold on one sec.
Because I'm straight up flying, so it's not like I'm like in the grass or anything.
God damn.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
I'm so good.
Actually, okay. So since you can, Willa, you pass. Waka, you also pass. In terms of the enemies, I would say give me a perception check, Captain, so you can see where they're going. Don't see where they went. I'd say you probably lose them about here at the edge of the grass. What do you think?
I'll just stop them out there.
Okay, so yeah, I'd say move yourself over to like the edge of the first section of long grass. With that 30 and 17, I think you guys can make it all the way up to wherever you're currently going. I assume the arrow slit's over there.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say we went there when there's like a huge crowd. So as long as it's clear, we would try to sneak all the way up.
Yeah, I think you can make a break for it. Give me a perception check as you're looking in through the window there. Okay, the pair of you notice that this room, be it from cultists, bullywugs, whoever, no one's using this room, and you see why. This room has kind of become a lair of just giant centipedes. See them like going between floorboards, crawling up walls and shit. They're a little bit. They tend to blend with their surroundings a little bit. Just they're very dark colored. But you stay long enough and with high enough perception checks, you can catch those bits of movement. Like, oh, there's a lot. That being said, I'd say give me a nature check so you know about giant centipedes.
My nature.
Waka, you're like, oh, those big bugs.
Yeah, those are
Those
big
are
old
pretty
nasty bugs.
fucking big bugs. There's a whole bunch of nasty bugs in there.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole lot of nope. Let's try a different one.
I will say at this point, so Waka, you can kind of like squelch your way up to there. I'd say you need to make another stealth check if you want to walk to the next arrow slits, or Willa can fly, or you can make an athletics check to swim through that part of the map.
Okay. I think we have a better. Yeah, we're just gonna stealth our way. That's gonna be our best.
Alright.
Well,
Basically, it's like the stealth is because you're going around the reeds very carefully. Like, you're putting your boots down very carefully in this like muddy patch by the wall.
What does it take to kind of sneak? Like, can I pick him up and try to sneakily?
To lift him?
I'm close enough to.
Okay.
Yeah, can she just fly over solo?
You can fly over solo if you want. You know both together.
Yeah, so she'll just fly over kind of solo, trying to stay stealthy as possible.
Alright. That beats both of their types of passive perception. You look inside, and I'll reveal their tokens in a hot second. This appears to be like a great hall. There's tables for eating, big space to hang out in here. And you also see a lot of that has been superseded, not by food, but by the need to count treasure. Inside, you see that there are 12 cultists and 4 dragon claws.
That's a lot. Oh my
And I don't need the queue. Queue's for me. Don't worry about that. And you can tell that this is like probably a lot of what was hauled through the Carnith Roadhouse tunnel and then brought over here. And even to the point where one end of the room is like a carpentry workshop that's making a fair amount of noise as you get closer. They're like they have to build new chests and boxes just to hold their loot. You see there's like gold pieces, silver, platinum, copper, precious stones, necklaces.
Nice. They make their own in-house chest.
Yeah.
What kind of dragons they are?
And then, so yeah, the cultists, you know, those are the guys. Actually, Captain Gup, you haven't seen the art before, so I'll show you the arts really quick. These have kind of been like the base level dudes they're fighting. Not really heavily armored, wearing black dragony cloaks, have a curved sword.
Cool.
So there's 12 of those guys for the party who already knows them. And then there are 4 of... oh, it's not letting me show their art. Let me see if I can get the handout. Creatures. The rest are dragon claws, who each have these like weird black masks in the shape of like a dragon's face. These boys. There we go. Those were the ones that were kind of like a step up from the cultists, and they were like a bit more fanatical. These are not the ones that could fly, though. If you guys remember the ones that grew dragon wings. They're not that tier of good. Additionally, you can also see there are a couple of, like, various doors leading out of the Great Hall. Presumably leading into that, like, central courtyard area. But with all the noise from the carpentry and the sorting of, like, metal and coin, I don't think you hear anything coming from there.
But that's good. Which side is the carpentry? North side or, like, south side?
It's not on the map. Let me double check, see if they specify. Deep-a-deep-a-doo. It is the southern side over here.
Okay.
So basically, it seems like the dragon claws are the ones finishing chests and moving the valuables into them to be locked up. The cultists are all like sorting stuff.
Okay.
From the front of the castle, you would know there's a couple more arrow slits you haven't seen.
Yeah.
If you want to fly over to them, there's some over here, and then some in this hallway.
She needs to make another stealth check, right?
I would say, yeah, make one more stealth check.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, smashing it. Alright, so you're looking in through that set of windows. Okay. You look in and see what was presumably once a rectory, like the living quarters of a priest. There's lots of, like, sturdy cabinets. You see there's some old vestments and, like, religious paraphernalia scattered around. A lot of this has been hacked open and looted. You see that 4 more dragon claws look like they have turned this old rectory just into, like, their personal living quarters. However, you do also see that in there is a staircase going to, like, the next floor of the castle. That's what this is over here.
The next floor, like the bottom floor or the top floor?
Now you're making me second guess myself.
That's what I'm here for.
That one should be going up, I believe.
Okay. Cool. In like inside the room, if we could kind of try to live inside the room, is it loud inside the room from the carpentry or no?
This room?
Yeah.
This room, the carpentry's died down a little bit. I would say on a 23, they don't seem like they are talking very much. That being said, there is some, like, brief snippets of conversation. Those four seem to be ever so often talking about how they're responsible for tending the library.
Ooh, yeah, the library.
Although you do not see any books in here right now. It seems like they perhaps are, like, not their shift, basically.
Okay. So, based off the sound of the carpentry shop, if we teleported into this room and killed them, would the sound of combat be likely to be heard?
I think you would assume, Willa, that it would not immediately be heard. The longer it went on, the greater the chance of discovery. But if you wrapped it up quick, no, probably wouldn't be heard.
Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. That makes sense. Okay. Let's go check the last one then.
And I'll say that one's close enough. We'll not do another stealth check here.
Nice.
You are looking into the hallway leading off the entrance, the main entrance to the castle. Give me one more perception check through these two windows. If you fly to the other one, you can kind of catch a glimpse. It looks like there are, and sounds like there are, a bunch of bullywugs and giant frogs just kind of hanging out in the entryway.
Okay.
Are the books blind?
If you want to give me a history check, so you know about bullywugs. You would know on an 11, people tend to stay away from them because they usually only speak bullywug and are kind of territorial.
Okay.
That being said, I would say on an 11, you're pretty confident there's never been like a massed, military uprising of bullywugs that's endangered civilians.
I've never heard that. Okay, good to know. All right, let's slowly. Willa's gonna fly back to me, and then we're gonna make our way back to the party.
All right, we'll say taking your time now. You guys can regroup. You guys kind of pass Captain Guppy on the way. And up to you, Guppy, if you follow them back. But it's going to be reconvening with Lyral and Darnell.
Yeah.
Do I notice them with a 6?
I mean, it depends. Do you guys let him notice you? Do you get his attention?
We're gonna kind of stealth right up to him and be like, "Come on, Captain, let's head back."
Okay. They kind of you feel confident in your captain lookout skills, and they pop up right next to you. You're like, oh fuck! Like they kind of surprise you a bit. But as you guys convene, I'll say you guys were listening. They relay all that stuff you saw, unless there's anything you are purposefully hiding. I don't know what you would, but
Yeah, we'll give them all the information.
I am curious if others want to try that history check.
yeah. I mean, if anyone wants to make a history check on bullywugs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The whiskey's starting to kick back in. Okay, Lyral, you have a bit more information than the others as they rack their brains to remember any fucking facts. Life as a bullywug is pretty nasty, brutish, and just wet all the fucking time. They live in the swamps. You would know that they have a fucking enormous opinion of themselves, Lyral. Like, if you could speak their language, they style themselves as, like, the aristocrats of the fucking swamps. In Bullywug, they often address each other in, like, super unnecessary, grandiose titles. Like, you know, Daenerys Targaryen levels of, like, 5 different titles that are all, you know, not really necessary. They do not like when people trespass and are known to slay them. However, they do like, as their name kind of implies, bullying those that they capture into working for them. They are very vain creatures and are certainly known to be bribed. You'd also know that because of how they speak, they have a limited ability to speak to frogs and toads.
So, did we pass a lot of frogs and or toads? We weren't looking out for them.
You saw probably some giant frogs around in their camp over there.
But not like as we were trying to be stealthy.
Are you asking like regular frogs?
Yeah, could they talk to regular frogs?
I mean, yeah, they can. I mean, sure, you probably spot the odd fucking frog. You're right by the riverbank and some tall grass. It's Frog Central.
Well, hopefully they don't rat us out.
Fair enough. Fun fact, I think I already said this in this fucking game, but all toads are frogs, but not all frogs are toads.
I do remember you saying that.
I don't know why that fact
Wait.
stuck with me, but I love it.
Wait, how did we not know this?
How did we
We
not...
can talk about that later. But specifically,
What,
how did
me
we
and-
not know this?
Me and you?
Yes.
I don't know. I only, like, stumbled upon this fact, like, this year, I feel like.
I feel like this would have been a part of our education, but we can talk about that later.
You know what's crazy? Angela and Aragon talks about it for, like, 4 chapters. I didn't notice till I re-listened to it, and that's when I was like, holy fuck, she really goes on about this. Like, she literally goes on about it, like, for all of the books. Like, I'd say, like, 15% of the fucking conversations she has with Aragon are about her researching frogs and toads.
I vaguely remember that.
Maybe it's because dragons are closely related to frogs.
God, I really just want someone to Photoshop one of the, like, iconic Aragon covers so they look like a fat toad. I would be down for that. Okay, so that's the information you guys have on Bullywugs. You all have the information on these various rooms. What's talk amongst yourselves. What's the play here?
Okay, so I see kind of 2 options.
I'm listening.
Okay, well I see plenty of options, but the 2 I vote for is we either teleport into the bug room and just start massing area damage, looking at you spellcaster, or we jump into the room with 4 librarians, slaughter them real quick, and try to stealth our way through the castle. We could also just storm the castle, but that's probably gonna work out.
If
I think the attack librarian is a good plan.
if
Yeah.
our goal
I
is
like that one
to
best.
upset the bugs,
Say that again? You're really quiet.
if the goal is to upset the bugs, wouldn't it be better to do it while we are out of the castle? So they go and mess with people who are in the castle before we go in?
No, I was thinking we'd pop into the bug room and kill them all because it'd be easier to kill them in an enclosed room opposed to all over the castle. Yeah.
Did you all see any whiskey in there?
Unfortunately, you guys did not. It did not look like they were giving the cultists whiskey breaks. But hey, it's a big castle.
Yeah.
Never know.
I did see a banquet room, or Willa did.
That is true. You did see a banquet room.
Yeah. Well, I didn't specifically see any whiskey, but you never know. But I do vote for teleporting into the librarian room and just
Okay.
killing them quick.
So, what's the consensus then? Are we going for the librarians or for killing the bugs? Also, if you guys
I will
want to...
librarian.
Librarians? Okay. I was
That's
gonna
my
say if
vote.
you want to make nature checks, the other people can try to figure out what the fuck, like, how bad are giant scorpions? Oh, you're fucking. You know, your ship had an infestation a while back, Captain Guppy. You're fucking.
No.
You're fucking all over. You're like giant centipedes, you say. I mean, nat 20. Here's the fucking lowdown. They don't have high AC. They have like 4 hit points. Extremely easy to kill. The only danger is if they do manage to hit you, they're also not very good at hitting things. Their bite has like a pretty significant poison in it.
I can neutralize poison with my play on hands.
That is true.
I also have the ability to neutralize poisons.
Nice.
I will point out I'm down 5 lay on hands from trying to debooze the captain earlier.
Honestly, my favorite use so far.
Where were y'all when my pet started giving everyone poison on my ship?
We were probably on land somewhere.
Oh god.
You know,
On
Do it.
land, like peasants.
Like peasants, says the man on land.
doing religious things. I don't know. What I tend to do.
Probably in paladin training or something. Cleric training. Alright, so we're teleporting into the room with librarian.
Yeah?
I mean, after hearing that, I gotta vote for the bugs.
That's
Yeah.
fair, actually. They seem pretty easy to take out.
It sounds like ex-Captain Guppy has a lot of experience in this realm.
Let's take a. We could vote in the chat so we can add all the numbers.
All right. Put your votes down. Bugs or librarians? Several people are typing. Banquet hall. It was even better because it was the quickest response. You were on that. You were all fucking on that so fast. All right, Willa. You're either gonna tie us or break it. Okay, librarians it is.
Yeah.
All right. I would say if you guys are headed over that way, we'll do a group stealth check. So just majority rules. If 3 of you can pass.
God. This is not nice.
Okay.
Oh.
Strong start. Poor follow up.
We're doomed. Wow.
What the fuck? Both rogues.
Wow.
Both rogues.
Getting ready to make fun
Yo.
of the captain, but the captain's all pulling off good moves, and we're like, wait, how did we just? And we just trip, fall into.
You
storm.
both a bunch of the frogs hear you talking shit about the bullywugs and just get under your feet and fuck with
those
you.
guys would rat us out. Down with the frog.
I cannot believe that
That's wild.
both rogues got in that one.
That's wild.
Okay. So, let me see how far you guys would make it here. Gather you dudes up.
Frankly, my nat 20 is probably because I'm flying above and everyone's noticing these loud ass rogues.
No, that's right.
Yeah, you're like hovering in like the loose fog from like the swamps. All right, I'm gonna say you guys make it to like you're trying to get over to the librarians, but you only manage to sneak through the grass by the entrance, and you hear, first of all, you hear like a deep of like a really loud fucking frog that hops over. But you see a small little bullywug. Bullywugs, don't know if I clarified this. Very small. They are small creatures. Well, at least in my... And some people might say they're medium, but my headcanon is that they're small, because that's how I was taught as a youth. I think technically in 5 they're medium, but in my mind, they're little frog people.
Alright.
But he, in like a very awful attempt at common, is just like, you there. Who goes? Who you?
Who you?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Lord Wartatius the Fourth.
I take off my hat and bow in his presence.
I also bow.
Both of you get advantage on any checks against him.
Wait.
Hell yeah.
His fucking name tag's so long. I see you've heard and respect me.
I was good friends with your father, Lord Wartatius III.
Give me a deception with advantage.
You nailed it.
How are you fucking killing these right off the bat? His eyes get a little bright. He's like, "You knew my father. Oh, he was a crazy man, but if his friendships were the classes, they were firm friendships he would find." Please, do come in. Do come in. I think I have a draft of swamp wine in here that we could share.
Would be a great honor.
Okay, here we go, I guess.
He like waves you guys in. I mean, do you guys follow him in there?
I do.
All right,
Sure.
you guys start strolling over there. I mean, I'll,
I support this.
I don't know.
there's a lot of bullywugs in here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 giant
Wow.
frogs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bullywugs, including
Wow.
Lord Wartatius the Fourth. He brings you over to like this corner. You see he pulls out like a gross looking wine skin. You're like pretty positive it's toad leather. Which is
Gross.
not the most optimal. I mean, I guess, fucking anyone watching wants to correct me in that toads make great leather. Feel free, but I gotta assume it's not great. He passes, I think directly passes Captain Guppy, like the fucking gross wineskin. I'm gonna say give me either a nature or an investigate check as you like uncork it and look inside.
Are you serious?
What is happening? Okay, two in a row. 2 in a row
Three.
is I know I was gonna get to 3. 2 in a row is 1 in 400. 3 in a row is a 1 in 8,000 chance. Wait, was it 4 in a row? Was your previous one nat 20 as well? It was. It was nature.
Oh my god.
I don't even know. I knew the 3 off the top of my head. Hold on. Everyone, hold on. I gotta get my calculator. That. Wait.
For that one, yeah.
First of all, yeah, immediately you get an inspiration. You can use it for a free advantage whenever you want. You definitely are an inspiration. That is if my math is right, like a 1 in 160,000 chance.
Excellent.
That is actually insane.
What a debut.
Yeah, honestly, what you like the rest of the party just sees you being so fucking competent.
We're like, yeah, uh-huh.
We're like, this is why you're a captain. That makes sense.
Yeah, you guys in your heads are like, this is the guy they mutinied? He's fucking on it. Like, what the fuck? I was gonna be a little vague with the description, but I feel like you look in it and you're positive, Captain Guppy. This is made of like the fermented fruit of a bunch of like swamp plants. Although you think it has been like seasoned, much like mead is seasoned with spices. This has been seasoned with spiced dead flies.
Nasty. Oh my.
Is it dangerous?
Is it?
I think he knows that it's not dangerous. It won't hurt you. It's just gross.
Would it be... Do I have knowledge of their culture that it would be inappropriate for me to down the whole thing?
You know what? You've gotten 2 nat 20 nature checks this session. Sure, I think you would know that it's you're expected to. Well, at least one of you's got to drink it.
All right, I just down it.
Or do you down like the whole thing or just like a swig?
Yeah.
You do that thing where like, I mean, I don't know if this is too personal an experience, but when you take the wine bag out of the box and like squeeze it so the wine shoots out even faster.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. Everyone got really quiet for a second. I was like, fuck.
I was waiting for something
You
crazy.
did.
He said something normal, and I was like, oh, yeah. That's
You down it so fast, and Lord War Taste of Horse is like, a true drinker, just like my father.
thus, he knew your father.
What can we do for you here, we bullywugs of Castle Nieratar?
How would you like to be king of the whole castle as opposed to the bullywugs?
Oh, you also bowed, right?
Yeah.
All right, give me persuasion with advantage. Whoo, a 20. He kind of like looks around, like sees like some of the other bullywugs looking, and like brings you closer, and he's like, "I'm listening. Go on."
Just don't tell anyone we're here, and we'll make it happen.
And you promise that Lord Wartatius and his brood won't get in trouble?
If you don't know we're here, you potentially don't even know we're here. And hopefully everyone will be who we get in trouble will be dead by the time we're down here.
You make a very tempting offer. Very well. Spits in his hand and like holds it out to shake.
Yeah. Actually, I spit in my hand and take his hand.
That was the right call. You did that was the right choice. He's like, all right, everyone, back to your stations. These 5 just have some business to attend to in the castle. They are free to go. Well, I'm like, yeah, yes, Lord Wartatius. Well, actually, no, he's the only one that speaks common, so you just hear a lot of like. But the croaks seem in the affirmative.
Cool.
Okay, so you see there is another staircase here, as well as like the hallway going the other direction.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's rock it.
Yeah, I mean,
Do we want to ask him where the people we want are?
I guess we could. Yeah, that's not a terrible.
I feel like we had a good outcome.
I mean, hey, if you guys want to press them for more information, that's up to you.
That's true. We could just back out and go back to our teleportation plan.
After he
Oh,
yelled,
what was the
let
point of
them
this then?
yelled, let them through.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe not. I go stairs then.
All right.
All right, stairs. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, do it.
Let me copy your guys' tokens over then. Oh, don't need the giant frog. There we go.
As we're leaving, can I ask him if I can have another flask of the thing to go?
Hold on. I gotta think of another weird way that they would store wine. I think he hands you what looks like a hollowed out, just like gourd off of some like, it looks like a cattail, but like a hollow, hard cattail, and it's just corked at one end. He's like, this was a good month. You think that perhaps they just brew by the month and not like they don't say it's a good year because they never it never lasts that long.
Right.
All right. You guys make it up top. And there are a lot more bullywugs up here. I'm going to drag you over to the next map. Y'all are down in this corner.
And it's just the top. There's nothing actually.
Give me a perception check in here.
Oh, I guess that's.
So first of all, right off the bat, you guys, this is like the top of the Barbican, like the tower. There's no roof over here. Or sorry, the Barbican is not the tower. That's like the shorter tower in front. Got my castle engineering words mixed up. Open to the sky. See the sky up above. You see that there are hundreds of melon-sized stones around. Seems to be like for throwing at the heads of attackers. There is also the main feature, kind of like right in the center. It's not pictured on the map. There is a giant, like an enormous log that has had old frog skins stretched across the end of it to create like an enormous drum. Like you think that, you know, if they were to hit this drum, you could hear it from like miles around.
That's.
Don't hit the drum.
Where's the drum in the room?
We're on like the roof basically, but it's like right in the middle.
Okay.
And I can, you know, let me see if I have a spare drum token I can just put there as reference. However, on the, I don't know how you would play this off if you want to keep looking for it. Thank God Captain Guppy didn't get, I can't even multiply how much of a chance it would be if you'd done another one.
I was very, very disappointed.
That'd be fair. Darval and Lyral, you see that over here there is like a hidden amount of handholds. That's what it would have been doubled. Oh my god. Or times 20, I guess. You think you could climb like up that way onto the walkways of like the other parts of the castle, like above the Barbican. And it looks like they're here for that purpose. Like, it's meant to be, like, something that the defenders would know about. But it looks like these bullywugs, like, do not know about it. In case it becomes relevant later, I'm just going to drop a drum in here.
How actively are the bullywugs paying attention to the drum?
Not very.
So.
I'm dragging drums on, but they're not working.
Yeah. So, do you think I could sabotage it?
Ooh, I would say give me a stealth check. And you could try.
Oh.
So bad.
Oh.
So bad.
I will say you guys are.
Question whether this person's actually a rogue.
Yeah, you could. You can give it an advantage. You can choose if for different situations. I can give someone the help action. It's like how in Pathfinder gives a +2. It just gives advantage with this.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say, I mean, that's your guys' shtick. The rogues work together, and you basically like drill, like do a quick stabs in the log to make some holes to mess it up, and then a few very thin cuts in the actual like stretched drum to like if they hit it, it's just gonna rip the leather. All right. So you've successfully done that.
All right. Sorry, we are rearranging our child.
It's okay. Hey, I got the drum to work.
Nice.
I don't know why.
Nice.
I tried 3 other drums that didn't want to work for some reason.
Weird.
So you guys know you could go back downstairs and then continue along the like pathway on the first floor. You could also like climb to the next part of the castle.
I vote, since it seems like they don't know about it, let's not explore and give them something new, you know what I mean? Like in case we have to kill them later.
Willa could fly and check what's up top, because we have other ways to get up besides just that.
That's true.
You know what? That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, if the
There's something-
flyers want to pop up and take a look, I can drag you over to the next part of the battlements.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So we got. All right. So yeah, Captain, you can make a perception check as well. 4 solid, nice.
My streak is
Smashed
gone.
it, yeah. Really burned all that luck at once.
It's
That
that
Much of
gut
That's when we needed
line.
it, bro. That's all that matters. Came through when we needed it.
The fly-infested
Um,
wine.
I was not gonna drink that. I would have rather killed everybody.
So basically, this is hard to picture with this map because it's on like 4 different maps basically. This is less of a causeway. It's more of just like a roof in this section. So you know below you would be the tunnel that like leads, that like was the other direction you could have gone from the entrance. But there's roof below you right now. In terms of like flying over, as you guys, I'll just say you fly straight up, but I'm going to move your tokens to a place where you can see it with the system. Flying straight up, the bullywugs aren't going to stop you, and it is going to give you a glimpse into this like central courtyard area. There's a central tower, and below you guys in the courtyard, there are a variety of enemies. You can see that there's, again, a lot of bullywugs. There are some more lizard folk in here now, as well as kind of just wandering the grounds, 4 of the guard drakes, which are those like wingless draconic creatures that have the very large tail they can hit you with. And then on the 25... On the 25, I think you hear, Willa, that at like this end of the courtyard, there are some stables. It seems like some of the giant lizards you saw outside, some of them are stabled in here as well.
Okay.
Other levels of noise, I mean, I think there's just kind of ambient swamp noise. You hear there's like starting to just be from above the sound of like a fairly active castle, just like, you know, people talking, various noises, people walking around, shouting at each other. Yeah, I think that's about what you're seeing in the courtyard. And then looking on top, there's a lot of stuff here. In like the very tops of the guard towers, some of them, the back right of the castle, you see some giant spiders on top of that guard tower. And in the front left of the castle, like above where the centipedes were, you see there's like a squad of 6 dragon wings, the mass guys, who all seem to be armed with like a mix of bows and crossbows. So mainly kind of enemy information that you see. And really you're kind of just hovering over the Barbican where everyone else is, but I'll bring you back over there.
Okay.
Any questions about that? I know it's kind of hard to visualize when there's like 4 different maps.
I don't think so. Not current.
I think we're good for now.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys think you're trying to like get up to the rooftop? Like it'd be a rooftop you're on up there effectively, or are you trying to just go down and through?
Well, I still think going through the castle would still be better, because we're still gonna walk towards the carpentry, and with the carpentry shop noise, we could probably get further with fighting smaller groups than like going across the rooftop and getting caught from across the way. And
So going back downstairs then.
yeah, that's my vote anyways. I don't know how everybody else feels.
Yeah, does that seem to be a consensus, folks?
For me,
All right, I'm going to drag us back to the ground floor then. So you guys come back down the stairs. No, basically the only other way to go is down this central hallway over here.
Yep.
Scroll back up through my notes because we're on the previous floor now. This 180-foot causeway, you know, is completely, once you go through it, is across the moat, and you're inside the castle itself. And as you approach, You see that there are a variety of rooms around the corner. So you guys can make it pretty, I'd say, effectively over here without any stealth checks. Oh god, everyone moved.
No, sorry.
Sorry, I was trying to drag people and everyone vanished.
Oh, that's my fault. I apologize.
Okay.
I won't touch anything.
So from this angle, you guys can see out into that courtyard. This is where all those, like, bullywugs, guard drakes, and other stuff are.
Yep.
Judging from your positioning, you would think there's a door up here on the left. That would lead into the direction of the librarians. There is another door you can kind of make out over here in the courtyard. That, and presumably, there's 2 more doors next to it because you looked at it from the outside. That area is where the giant, long banquet room is. They're sorting treasure. And, towers are all around. Final clarification. Over here is the direction of those stables that have the giant lizards.
Okay.
No one seems to have taken much notice of you yet. Most of the people in there are kind of milling around, just moving supplies, doing various tasks. Probably see like a bullywug yell at a lizard folk, and they're both speaking different languages, and nothing gets done.
But okay, so.
And then actually, since we're about halfway through the session, I think we'll take our 5-minute break here, and we can consider while we're gone what the next move is.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, I will be back in 5. Let's get back into it. So, does anyone have any thoughts on all of this going on?
Yeah. I have questions.
Okay, you lay them on me.
Okay, so we can see like the frog people. Was the order passed on to all the frog people? So like if we get into a fight with the others, the bullywugs won't attack us, or do we not know?
I don't think you know for sure.
Okay. And then the lizard folk, we while we convince some of them, I think they won't know anything of our alliance. Ugh. I don't know.
Is
That's hard to say. That's like we might be able to convince them to not attack us.
I'll just tell them I know their fathers.
is each
I
square
know
on
all of your fathers.
is each square on this map 10?
It should not be. Hold on. That scale is wrong because it's already rescaled to be like the reason you guys are so small is because it was re-gridded for this. So
Divide it all by 2.
oh, I can give me a second. I'm just changing it. I can just make it 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize
That's
you
easier.
could change that.
All right, try it now. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You guys were so ready to just divide by 2. we have the technology, y'all. Come on now.
Okay. The guard drakes aren't like intelligent, like talking intelligent, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. And does it look like that bullywug, this one right her, is kind of like in charge of the guard drake?
I think give me an insight check just on this whole fucking situation out there.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good. I'll have Willa do one.
Okay, go for it. Also, Captain Guppy, I posted your success in my like Warhammer Discord that you had 4 in a row, and then one of them immediately was like, "Oh man, Ben, it's almost like how your medic in your army never makes a single one of his saves." And I was like, "Wow, is this necessary?" I was like, "Where did this come from?"
They were it
Yeah, it literally, it was like, I swear to God, like within 2 seconds of me hitting enter, he would just drop that instantly. I was like, all right. Like,
Oh my God.
I was like, you're right, but you didn't have to call me out on it. Okay. I think you guys aren't quite sure as to like how the lizard folk or bullywugs are feeling about the situation, whether they're, did Snapjaw get involved? Did Lord Wartatius get involved and talk to them? I think you're pretty confident that the guard drake is just kind of like patrolling around. You think likely it wouldn't attack unless provoked, Waka. However, if a like Dragon Claw or a cultist member ordered it to, it would.
That makes sense.
You don't think like the other species here have the power to order it, but the cult does.
Okay.
And I think you would also know from, this is without a check, from when you stormed their camp a while ago, they can just wander like this, or they could be set to like guard dog a specific location is something they're good at. So there might be situations if they're elsewhere where like if you enter their area, they might just jump you.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, we could try a peaceful route and then fight if we have to, or we could go in guns a-blazing.
I have a peaceful route if we can.
That's I was kind of thinking the same thing.
So who are we?
Peaceful.
Yeah, who are we trying to talk to then?
Yeah, see, that's the hard part.
There is also, I'll say, just to give you guys the full picture here, Darval, I think if you guys just kind of peek around that stonework there are 2 other doors.
Ah.
And I think you guys could just kind of lean out. I know it's kind of hard on, like, the digital map, but, like, why wouldn't you be able to lean out behind this little corner here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, there's another door here, and a big door here.
Okay.
Good to know.
So, if we're going to do a peaceful route, one method is we could just walk out there all calm and chill and just pretend like we know what we're doing, and maybe everyone ignores us as we ignore them, or we could just outright try to talk to them, which could be a little suspicious at first, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Well, yeah. What's the move here, guys? You just I mean, you could. I'd say if you want to just try to brazen it out, it'd be a group deception check. So, majority rules per usual on a group check, and it would be verse their insights.
Yeah, I'm not against that.
I think you'd be pretty confident at least that the bullywug's insights aren't great. Not sure about the lizard folk.
But I feel like us not actually wanting to fight them all has to play a role in something potentially. I don't know. Are we gonna try to walk past them?
Trying to show off in your vibe that you intend not to fight.
Right. It's like, yeah, it's all chill, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm just another Joe.
I think if you tried that, it'd just be deception, just like to walk so confidently that they think like, oh, they've already been let by the front gate. They're probably meant to be here.
You didn't hear any fighting earlier. We're clearly not on fighting terms. But
true.
Did we want to try just start trying doors? Or did we want to mosey on past?
What do you think, Darval and others? What's the play? Try to brazen it out, or check the doors?
Yeah. How about brazen it out?
All right, so marching through the courtyard, I'll say, everyone give me a deception check as you guys kind of make your way out into the courtyard.
Let's do it.
All right, we got 9. We got 12. Got 24.
Don't mess up.
9.
No pressure.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep. We're really good guys here. We're totally supposed to be here. Here, folks. Nothing to see here.
All right. I'd say you guys make it to about where Darval is, and are approached by a lizard folk and a bullywug. Okay. The bullywug starts kind of croaking angrily, and the lizard folk is going to attempt to check here. Shoves it away and seems to indicate that he'll talk to you guys. The bullywug goes back and kind of just looks like he's kind of just conferencing with some of his friends.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, thank you for the follow. One of my other players from a different day followed me. Okay.
Yay.
He kind of walks up and he's like, What in the great lizard's name are you doing, you idiots? Look, Snapjaw said there was some people that might start a ruckus and we weren't to get involved, but you're just walking into the center of how did you even get in here?
We shoot through the bullywugs.
God damn it. Whatever. They're fucking... I'm still a little heated. He holds up, like a bracelet of carved wooden beads that are also just the bullshit they've been giving them. He's like, I'm still a little miffed about what's going on.
That's fair. I don't blame you. I would be too.
Look, do you even have a plan?
pretty sure. We're pretty sure they keep the real stuff in that room over up and left.
Do you mean the treasure?
The magic stuff. The real magic stuff.
The centipede room.
What?
Which are you like bluffing him, or like which magic stuff are you referring to?
I have no idea. I assume if they were offering to give magic stuff to the lizard folk, it was from their treasure.
Oh no,
That's where their
it was
treasure-
a scam that they were doing. They like
Yeah, but I
told him
assume
that.
that's what I assume that's what they told the lizard people, right? That it was from their treasure.
The junk is from the treasure.
Hmm.
They're saying there's more real magic stuff, but that's just more junk you're offering them. Am I reading that right? Gotcha. You're saying you're just telling them where the treasure is, and there might be stuff there.
There's treasure.
Yeah.
This fucking place is brimming with treasure. We've been bringing it here for months.
Could you kindly point us into direction of the cultists so we can,
Air your grievances for you.
yeah.
There's some in the treasure sorting room. Some of them like to hang out upstairs in the various towers. And then on the topmost castle floor, there's usually at least one squad of them on one of the towers sniping out. But some of them, well, they hang down in the caves.
In the caves.
Yes, down in the caves.
Where are these caves?
They were kind of... Some of them were carved out to... Paladin, what's the deal?
He hungered
I think he's like...
for blood!
Hold on, I think he's eating a cord. 1 second. Bro.
Can't tell you how many times I've said those exact words when I'm playing campaign with Ben.
What? What words?
Paladin, what are you doing?
Okay. That's fair. I do play a lot of paladins who don't know what they're doing. Anyways, like, there's the dungeons part of the castle, but the dungeons, when they first dug them, it broke into this underground cave system. It's really wet down there. I don't like it.
Okay. So behind, I'm gonna kind of point to all the doors in the room, so behind all these doors, there's no cultists.
He kind of goes through the doors and he's like, all right, the one over here, there's a guard drake behind there. Some of the librarians set it up so no one would go into their rooms.
Gotcha.
Then he points at the one to the right. He's like, the one over there is, it's the lower barracks. Farblex and some of his, bullywugs can be found there, although I don't know if Farblex is there right now.
Okay.
So he says that's where the bullywug barracks are. Sometimes Farblex is there, sometimes he's not. You guys have not heard of Farblex. Over...
Oh, is that not the guy we met at the front?
No, that was Lord Wartatius. Easy mistake to me.
Oh, okay.
This is Farblex spatter goo. He points to the one over here and says, there's a forge and armory in there. He says there's a half dozen lizard folk in there kind of tending the forges.
Okay.
He says they're usually pretty engaged and just making stuff for the tribe. They probably won't bother you if you don't bother them.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
Says there's also a staircase that goes up to the next floor in there. And that room will also lead you into the lizard folk ready room. This is where more of the military, like fighter lizard folk are. It's supposed to, like, their families are out in those tents. Hard to say how many could be in there at any given time.
You probably don't go that way though.
Yeah, we don't have to go.
What's the fastest way to the caves from the treasure room?
Wait, there's still a couple more rooms they have to describe.
Which other rooms?
These ones up here?
Oh, those are just the ones those are all those doors that lead into the Great Hall.
Oh, okay.
And then the one on the right was the, that's the one I was pointing to. That was the, fucking stables with the giant lizards.
Gotcha. Okay. So fastest way to dungeon.
Okay, I did get it backwards last time. It was the other ones that go upstairs. The librarians, their stairs head down into the dungeons.
Okay.
The fucking instructions are across like 8 different pages. This is like the most confusing dungeon I've ever read. Okay, so yeah, the steps down to the dungeon are in the southwest tower, which would be that one. Okay.
Okay. So do we want to hit the librarians last? Like, we should probably clear this floor of cultists so we don't get attacked from behind, right?
I think so. Yeah, seems like the right decision.
Yeah. Let's do that. So that would be this way to the floor cultists?
To the, like, the room full of cultists?
How full are we talking?
The one with, like, the dozen sorting treasure? Which ones do you mean?
Yeah.
The dozen of them sorting treasure are over here, plus the 4 dragonlings.
Okay.
Maybe not go that way. We go back down to teleportation again, also not, but I don't think we want to do that. So.
And you do know that, like, the door into where the librarians are now, like, that has a guard drake behind it.
Yeah.
So they're tough a while ago, but haven't fought one recently.
You're kind of breaking up.
Yeah, I didn't hear that last bit, yeah.
Sorry, I just say I haven't fought a guard drake recently, but I remember a while back they were tough to fight.
They're, like, a decently armored opponent.
Okay. So then what's up to the right?
Which up to the right? Oh, through that gap?
Yeah.
That's just like a little sidewall. When you guys flew over earlier, you knew that there was a couple more patrolling guard drakes, and then, you know, the bottom entrance into the northeast tower.
Where all the bugs are.
The northwest tower is where all the bugs are.
Oh, okay.
Do you notice in the northeast tower?
Like, bugs over this direction, room full of cultists, eastern tower entrance over through here, but there's some guard drakes.
Okay. And what's in the top of this tower? The tower.
When you guys did your investigation earlier as to what was at the top of that tower, you did not see anything at the top of that tower. It just had like an empty circular roof.
Okay. So I guess I didn't think about it, but if we go through that door, there was like 12 cultists and 4 of the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we do that, that'll cause a big commotion, but also if we try to bypass them, we could get hit by them from behind at an inopportune time.
That's true. You guys also know, like, basically with all of the ruckus in the castle from, like, where you're standing, like, there's the woodworking stuff over there. There is, like, the active forge behind you guys, the lizard folk. There's a lot of noise. Kind of the same problem as what would have happened to Dragon Claws when you would have tried to teleport in. Most rooms in here, if you could kill whatever is in there fast enough, you might not be discovered, just because it's so loud. But a, like, prolonged conflict, like, the chances are going to get worse and worse. That you, like,
so maybe we should try to just hit the smaller groups and hope we
Yeah,
can
probably.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so let's this is the door that we have to go through, so I vote try to sneak our way there. Can I assassinate with range? I think so, right?
With
That just
range? Yeah,
makes
you can
it better.
assassinate with range.
Yeah. Can we like
Oh, one can.
a what?
People can. We're
Oh.
gonna have to see. You haven't really proven yourself as a rogue yet today.
Hey.
I mean, hey, fair enough.
I'm a real hit and miss kind of guy, you know what I mean?
You guys really divvied up the luck this session.
So, could me and Willa try to like crack the door open a little bit and get a shot off the guard drake so we could try to assassinate him?
I'd say if you tried to shoot from out here, someone would see you in the courtyard, most likely. You could try to sneak into the room and then deal with him. But I think if you just tried to like shoot through the door, that'd be pretty hard to set up without being spotted.
You think these guys would care if we start killing the cultists?
You would remember that when you guys did the history check, bullywugs are pretty territorial when it comes to their area.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we'll
So-
go into the room
I mean,
first.
do with that what you will, but I think you guys would remember that. Okay,
Yeah.
so you crack the room, the door in there. Give me a stealth check with Will and Waka as you're kind of trying to sneak in there. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, 17. Let me double check the guard Drake's passive, because he is just kind of circling this room. Boo. Passive perception 12, so just fucking barely.
Nice.
So you two at least can slip into the room unnoticed. It's kind of as it's back to you right now. The room that you'd be in here, it looks like a chapel. But over the years, this chapel looks like it's been consecrated to several different deities, kind of depending on whichever group happened to control the castle at the time. Very clearly is a shrine to Tiamat right now. There's like a wooden statue of the Dragon Queen with 5 heads, each of the different colors of chromatic dragons. Give me a... Actually, I would say... You can do an investigation check on this temple, but you have to deal with the guard drake first, because the investigation will take time.
Okay.
You can also
so
see
let's-
another door over here. That presumably leads to where the librarians are. There's an old storeroom back here, a bunch of broken stools and like rotted altar cloths, nothing useful. And then over here, they're not drawn on the wall, but there's like a little archer's gallery with like tiny arrow slits that they could try to like shoot at you guys when you like walked through the walkway earlier.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like there's no archers waiting in there or anything. Just empty.
Considering we did get shot, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, do we want to roll initiative, or you just want to have us take a shot?
You guys can, I'd say, each get a shot, and then we'll roll into initiative. It might be enough to kill it. Assassination rogues are pretty potent, but we'll see.
All right.
And remember, it is unaware of your presence, so that's advantage. So we'll do Willa first, and then Waka.
All right. So Willa will grab her longbow.
That is a hit. So
And then it's an auto crit, so 2 more times.
yeah, because you're assassins.
Yeah, and then we're gonna re-roll that 2. To a 2. Okay, it stays the same.
Okay, so it's a subtract 8 from all of this. All right, 18, 28, 36, 36, 40, 52, 62 minus 8 is 54. Guard drakes have 52 health.
No.
So a 2 to like gaps in its neck plating, you drop the guard drake, and you can kind of like wave the others through if you so choose. Lizard folk kind of dips and leaves you guys alone.
Yeah, I'll pop my head through and be like, come on, guys, go.
Yeah, I do.
Everybody is gonna get. Let me divide the XP because you do get XP for killing him. Everyone's gonna get 90 XP. Not a lot, but you know, everybody counts. And then, Captain, you're gonna be on the same XP as the rest of them because I don't like tracking it differently. So if someone wants to just put the current total
12,900.
in the chat.
That's what I got.
Ooh, I love a nice round number.
Thank you.
Okay. So, as you guys kind of like, go in here, you know that
Can I take
behind...
the-
What's up?
Can I convert the shrine to Tiamat to a shrine to Selena?
I think you could, but that would take a lot of time.
Okay.
Oh, we have to,
However, now that you're in here, you can make an investigation check on the shrine. 18 will do it, Willa. Willa, you see, perhaps because this is a castle that Resmir, the head, there's, just so you know, Captain, there's 5 worm speakers in the cult, like WYRM, one for each color dragon. Resmir is someone they've been chasing. She's the worm speaker of the black dragons. In Tiamat's black dragon head of the statue, there is a secret compartment. As you kind of reach under the jaw and like click it, the jaw opens lower. And you see that there is a strange curved dagger with entwined serpents down the backside of it, like the spine of the blade, and snakeskin handle. If anyone wants to make an Arcana check to see what this could be.
Not a clue.
Nope, not sure.
No, it's a sacrificial knife. But...
Nobody so far.
I'm not particularly interested.
Alright, Captain does not look, Alright.
Yeah, I feel like it's worth keeping.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna investigate this more later.
I will keep this tab open later. You know that it is some kind of magic dagger.
Nice. Want to put some kind of magic dagger there.
That's fair. Or you call it like a snakeskin dagger. It does have snakeskin on the handle. Alright. With that in mind, what is the plan going into this room? You know that there are the 4 dragon claws behind there. They're not particularly strong, but the longer the fight goes on, the more danger becomes.
I vote Assassin's
Now
Guild first.
we try to open the door and shoot them.
Okay, I would say,
I want to get closer before you do that, just so you can discharge
yeah,
the
feel
right
position yourselves how you think would be positioned while they tried this, but,
We actually get position, so I'd be first, and then it'd be really.
Captain, I was gonna say, doesn't really matter, I guess, because you can fly over anyone's heads.
Well, how high is the?
In here, like, almost 15-foot high ceilings.
Oh, okay.
Because this is like a chapel area, so it's a bit bigger.
Gotcha.
I would say whoever one of Walker or Willa is the one opening the door, give me a stealth check.
Alright, it'd be Walk. He's doing the door.
Okay, go for it.
Nice!
Ooh, that was very clutch. They have much higher passives. So I'm gonna move the lighting block of the door as you slide it open. And I'm gonna. There's like this reason there's a wall here. That's the staircase. There's like a wall blocking it at the end of the staircase. You can move yourself, I'd say, like one more square in. They have not noticed you. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll for initiative. And basically, if you can go before them, it's a surprise round.
Okay.
Let me remove previous turns. And I feel like I didn't use Roll20 as fancily last time we played, Michael. So if you well, you're quicker than I could say it. If you click your token and then roll initiative, it'll automatically add you to the thing.
Okay.
But I can add you in like manually. It's not a big deal.
All right.
So what'd you get? A 9. Okay.
I got it. Just reorder.
I hope they will.
Man, it'd be great if we could get rid of this turn order somehow. It's just in the way.
You can move it.
You can move it.
You can also minimize it. Thank you. Okay. I was telling Michael earlier how my home group, I guess, for lack of a better word, like the one I've been playing with the most years. There was one day I was DMing like earlier this year, I think, where one of them was like, God, I wish that the fucking turn order, you could just get rid of it. It's so annoying sometimes. It blocks the map. And then one's like, yeah, there's another guy was like, yeah, that's like the worst feature of Roll20. I can't believe they haven't fixed it over the years. And I was like, are you guys like, are you trolling me? Like, what's happening here?
I also was in that group for a long time.
Yeah, you also had no idea either.
Until today.
And they were like, what do you mean? I'm like, everything that opens in Roll20, you can just double tap it and minimize it, right? And they're like, no, you can't. I'm like, yeah, do it. Like, do it right now. You absolutely can.
It was so, like, I didn't know you could minimize things. It was a glorious moment. No one told me.
I will say, yeah, like, to be fair, Roll20 does not do a very great, like, there's a tutorial section, like, hidden on the website, but they don't really tell you that much. I will say, not to love Paizo so much or anything, but every Paizo adventure path, when you buy the map packs, the second map pack, like, page in the map pack for Roll20 is, like, a DM cheat sheet of shortcuts to use with your keyboard and how to use the maps.
Aw,
It's pretty useful.
that's exactly why they're better.
Yeah, they got that eye for detail. They got that polish.
Right?
That being said, I mean, hey, I love 5e too, but I do admire the polish.
No, that's fair. Anyway.
Anyway,
so it's my turn.
Darval, yeah, they have no fucking idea you're here so far.
I don't know where they are. Where are they?
Yeah, I can't actually see them.
Oh, they're over there. Okay.
Hold on, why is there like
This whole like.
this weird angle of shadow? I don't entirely know why it's there, but I can't get rid of it. There are some of that makes sense. Like this is fucking a wall right here, but
Yeah,
I don't know what that weird triangle dealio is.
I'm going in. My grid road's out. How far can I move? I can move 30 feet. Yeah, I can actually get there though. So I'm going to. I'll move here.
Should probably just like summon your horse. Most optimal choice.
That takes 10 minutes.
Oh shit! Okay, I didn't realize it took that long. I just like the
Yeah.
idea of you summoning a full horse into this room.
Would have been fun though,
So
but
does
I was prepared, but not up today.
the horse appear after 10 minutes, or does it slowly start appearing, or is it like its foot?
Oh god, just like piece by piece.
It says the duration is instantaneous, but
Kinda
passing
slowly
time is 10
works
minutes.
its way.
Duration is instantaneous. So I think it just appears all at once.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yeah, you move 30 feet in. You can see there is one over here.
Yep.
At least one more around the corner of the stairway wall. But there's at least 4 in here, just from the earlier like exploration.
Yeah. That's my turn.
All right. Cool beans. Willa.
Can I assassin?
You have to move.
You got to move somewhere to get a shot off, but then you could, yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to fly up too? It's 15 foot. Okay. So we can see that guy from here.
Yeah. You can take a shot at him. You're still hidden. This is with advantage. And pretty much if you hit him, it's gonna kill him on a crit. Oh yeah. Well, I guess you auto crit on assassinate anyway, but he's just dead.
Nice.
So first arrow, thump, drops the first dragon claw. You hear kind of one of them be like surprised, like what the what? And then it is the dragon claws. They are going to start rushing out. One is gonna attempt to do a athletics check to push past Darval. Darval, give me an athletics check to oppose it.
Okay, right up. 1 sec.
Never mind. I was reaching for my dice, and I'm just not gonna pick that one up. Okay. So the back one is not gonna be able to use his full weapon abilities. The front ones are both able to reach you. One's kind of stabbing around the corner here. I'm gonna switch us over to some combat music instead. We'll get back to swamp music later. All right, so the two in front of you, they are dragon fanatics, basically, and they have pack tactics, so they are both going to roll with advantage on you.
Okay.
First one, that is going to be the higher one is a 18.
That's my AC, so I think it hits.
All right. He's going to use his once per turn ability to add damage to this with a fanatical strike.
Oh, snap.
Which means I need more fucking dice than I have at my disposal. All right. You're going to take 11 damage.
Okay.
And he's going to go with his second attack. That one, the highest is an 11. That's a miss. Guy number 2. Also a miss. And his second attack, that one is a 17. Does that hit?
Nope.
All right. Then it is only the one for 11 damage. The guy in the back, nope, doesn't even have a hand axe to throw, so he's just stuck. All right. Captain Guppy, there are 3 in there. They seem to be moving with very quick, precise strikes.
All right. I am going to go ahead and just fly on over. Hang on.
And you are faster because you're class, so.
Whoop, I can barely see. I'm just going to fly like there.
You zoom through, moving. Honestly, you guys think it's moving far faster than you had anticipated. It's just zips across the room, flying.
And I'm just near the ceiling, and I'm like, hang on, who's paying me? And that's my turn.
We're
I
paying.
point to Darvel.
Trust me, they're good guys. And they'll honor their end of the bargain. I'll tell you later.
I would say, did you say who, like, what the name of the people is?
I did not say the name of our benefactor.
Okay. So, yeah, tells you that there are people to be paid. The other 3 enemies look quite fucking surprised.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some cash up front. Y'all got any? I asked.
I have 30 gold. I'll give you 20.
I'd say
Alright.
talking is a free action. I'd say if it says he'll give you 20, do you want to use your action?
Alright, yeah, let's do it. I am just gonna attack. I'm not gonna do anything real fancy.
Nothing super fancy. Okay. Going with your axe then. That's most certainly a hit.
How do I roll damage? I just click on damage?
Click the great axe in the chat window, like hover over great axe +1, it'll light up red. There you go.
Yeah. It didn't turn red, but okay.
Phoom. Oh, mine turns red. Maybe I'm special. Slashing down this enormous axe that is like far too big for your body, yet you still wield it. And this guy drops below bloody, definitely below half, but he's still hanging on. As he kind of...
I got my second attack.
Yep, you got multi-attack. He whirls around, tries to bring up his sword in a parry. We'll see if it's enough. Ooh, even with his parry ability, you slice through his guard and get to him. Oh, max damage roll. And you just cleave down through his left collarbone and bury the axe deep in his chest. Second of the 4 goes down.
Hell yeah.
All right, Lyral, over to you.
Okay. I will walk over behind Darval
And I will just sacred flame at the dragon claw right in front of him, kind of over his shoulder.
Okay, chuck the Sacred Flame spell over this dude. Alright, DC 14. He does make it. I think Sacred Flames just save or suck, right? No damage?
Yeah.
He kind of like ducks under it as the magic like swirls over his head. And he's like, we gotta make more noise. We gotta draw more in here. Waka, that is you. Oh shit, sorry, I hit spacebar, but it is still you.
It's still me. Okay, so can I use an acrobatics check to get to the other side?
Yeah, I'd say for sure. You fucking do some triangle jumps off the walls.
Yeah.
We move the corpses
So,
out of the way.
Before I try that, what happens if I fail?
You'd have to stop here. And I would say depending on the degree of your failure, you might like knock into these two somewhat.
Okay. Would I still be able to shoot him?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be at advantage or anything.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, so yeah, give me an acrobatics.
Yeah. I'm gonna try for an acrobatics. Hey. Oh.
No. Back you go. You like try to do a leap and like plant your boot on the left wall to then like jump to the other wall around Lyral and like zigzag, and your boot just immediately fucking slips on the very first attempt of the multi-jump. Honestly, it probably leaves like a muddy streak on the wall just from being outside.
I'm gonna stare at him and be like, I hate mud. And then I'm gonna try to shoot him.
Somewhere Lord Wartatius is angry and does not know why. As you besmirch mud. Yeah, take a shot on this guy. I would say this hallway's so crowded, I would say it's probably a disadvantage because you're shooting through two allies.
That makes sense. Oh!
Damn! That'll hit with disadvantage. And he's engaged in combat with Darval, so this does count for sneak attack.
Make sure that's on. Yeah.
You kind of like lean, wait for a moment as the bodies are kind of like fighting, weapons are moving, it's a tight melee, and just handheld crossbow bolt slides through the air between Darvel and Lyral and is gonna drop that dude.
Yeah. That's what you get for living in a mud hole. You disgusting lizard thing. Oh.
He's just a dude in a full human. Just so we're clear.
There's one more up, right?
Yeah, there's one more left. Yeah, right up to the left of you, yeah. Just one more.
Great sword, I mean. 21 hits, I assume?
He tries to use his parry ability, but it is not enough to deflect it. Go ahead and roll damage.
11.
He's barely alive, but much like our captain, you got multi-attack. Ooh, I don't think he's gonna live through a second one. God. Yeah. Their parries did not save them in this fight as you bring the great sword around, and with a mix of the edge of your blade and then just the sheer force of metal slamming into his ribs, this man just like folds at the almost at the waist.
Okay.
Nice.
Captain, quick word. Or move on, Captain. Quick word with you.
Out of combat.
I can pull the captain aside for a sec.
All right. We're out of combat. You pull him out. You pull him aside. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say as I tally up some XP.
First, I need the 20 gold.
Nice.
Now that these guys are dead, I'm glad you know we have been hired by the Harpers. Probably don't know who the Harpers are.
I'd say Captain Guppy, give me a history check.
Excellent.
Well,
No fucking idea. The Harpers sounds made up, to be honest.
the Harpers are a group of. They're almost like a secret society, but they do good.
good Illuminati.
Yeah, kind of. And we are working, and they're currently they're agents to oppose this cult the Dragon right now. They will pay you a lot more than this 20 gold once the job is done.
Good according to who?
My comrade will back me up on this.
You're what?
My comrade will back me up on this.
Yeah, I think he like turns. He's asking the others to back him up. Like, how do we know these guys are good folk?
Or real folk.
Yeah, or I guess just real at all, as Captain Guppy. You know.
well, hang on. I was trusting at this point that they're real.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now you're starting to make me doubt it.
They're never real. We've met them. Some of them.
Oh yeah, you met them. Okay.
You wouldn't know them. They go to a different school. I almost couldn't get through that sentence.
Anyway, you guys back me up on this?
Yeah. Whatever he says.
So convincing.
He's a paladin. He'd feel bad if he lied to you.
I mean, that's a solid argument. It's not wrong.
I trust that he thinks that they're good people, but who's to trust a paladin?
Up to you if you guys want to show. You guys, I think, or did you sell the ruby already?
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, I think you laundered it for some cash. I mean, you guys, I will say, in terms of if you want to demonstrate your wealth, the amount of cash they've given, you guys have bought like a bunch of magic shit, which is like not easy to obtain.
Sword, armor, resistance acid.
Yeah, I'd say whoever wants to show off their like they demonstrate Guppy that there's a bunch of like different magic items they've purchased.
Yeah, I have acid resistant armor and a magic sword.
And I will say, since we assumed like you would have had enough wealth to get your axe, Guppy, I think you would like have at least some knowledge of how pricey those things are.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a magic rapier and a magic hand crossbow.
Up to you whether you take that evidence in or not, but yeah.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I donated a fair bit of my money, but I've got a magic shield.
Okay, I'll take the shield.
Okay, I'll take the shield.
Can you even use a shield?
What a wild misread of this room. I don't think you can use. I mean, if you could if you used a different weapon.
Yeah, but not with a great axe.
You could have the one-handed weapon.
Yeah.
Because it's armor. Armor fucks with unarmored defense that barbarians have. Shields don't fuck with unarmored defense.
Yeah, shields are okay.
You want the shield? You're saying?
Well, if it's worth something, I'd sell it. Yeah.
It doesn't even want it
Well,
for
you're
himself.
welcome to buy it from me if you like.
No, this is a gesture of goodwill.
Goodwill. Goodwill.
Gesture of goodwill.
Look, I want for you to follow your dreams and make them come true. But I want you to do that with your own power and ability.
We smash cut to Snapjaw and like his 3 lieutenants in the long tents, and there's like, man, I bet they're really making progress in there. It's been a while. I'm sure they're cruising.
Alright, well, how about another 10 gold and we'll call it even?
You'll see this through with 10 gold until we get paid from the Harpers.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, hand him the rest of my gold.
He hands you his last 10 gold.
Yep.
That is the honestly, what an honestly, all right. Yeah, what an in-character move. Also, if you guys are choosing to go into the basement now, I'm gonna say everyone's gonna earn an inspiration here. For having like snuck past like all of the defenses to like the inner sanctum. So everyone's got inspiration at this point.
Sweet. Okay. Now that the business end's out of the way, let's do this.
Well, I do want to say, Captain.
You want to give me some too?
If you ever need like someone to pray for you, I am always available.
Well, you better start praying.
I will.
That's a good take.
To pray as much as possible, as loudly as possible, whenever I'm around Captain Guppy.
Nice. That'll do wonders for the group stealth.
Stealth check. He's just over here praying to his god as loudly as he can.
And lo, in the light of
I
the
already
moon.
have disadvantage on stealth.
That's true.
Okay. I'm gonna switch us over to where that staircase leads in a hot second.
And do we get XP for that last play? I forgot to ask.
Oh shit! Sorry, I literally like added it up and then did nothing with it. Hold on. It's like my calculator's literally still has the number up. It's 160 for everybody.
Oh, nice.
And I'm gonna bring you guys over in a hot second.
How much did we need for level 6?
I'm checking. Level 6.
I know we were close.
1,400. So we're 1,000 away.
Nice.
Sorry, 14,000. 14,000.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna bring you guys over to the dungeon / caves. If Roll20 will let me drag the ribbon.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So you guys are over here.
Nice.
Is it dark down here?
Down here, let me check the overall conditions. I think some of the rooms are lit, but I think overall it is dark, in which case I will turn off daylight in a second. Okay. This first room you are in is brightly lit by a series of lanterns.
Okay.
And I'll scatter some of those around. However, everything beyond this room you can see starts to lead into darkness.
Okay.
I think I have the light cantrip, don't I? If anyone can't see.
I
Yes, I have the light
believe
cantrip.
I'm
do.
a garbage human.
if
You want me to light
anyone,
something here as well?
Yeah, that would not.
When we get to a particularly dark area, I can give walk 300 feet dark vision for an hour.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah. Would not mind some of that.
Captain still wouldn't have it though.
Oh,
that's true.
Captain
Captain doesn't have
my
it.
axe.
Would be unfortunate for the captain.
I'll just feel with my axe. Do you want to use a light cantrip? Is anyone using a light or a torch, first of all? Because I can make them glow.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
No, all right. So no one's using it yet. So yeah, basically this first floor in here, the first room. General, first of all, just so you guys know, general features of the cave. It's cool down here, but not freezing. It's like 50 degrees or so. Unless I say otherwise, all cavern ceilings are 10 feet. 10 feet high. So it's a little claustrophobic. Area 1 is going to be very lit. Nowhere else is very lit. In terms of sound, you can kind of hear like there's dripping water, sounds like scratching rodents, little skittering sounds around. Despite all of that, sound does not really carry well in here. There's too many weird angles.
That's good for us.
So kind of similar to upstairs, there's enough weird noises that I'm not going to tell you how long it's going to be in each room, but different rooms, there's like a chance of, people getting attracted to the fight the longer you fight.
Gotcha.
Oh.
All right.
So,
Yeah, where do you guys go?
approach and take a peek.
As you guys start peeking into that room, again, you see it's brightly lit with lanterns everywhere. There are several ways out of the room. There are some steps to the northwest, steps to the southeast, as well as the water in the middle. The water has kind of flooded into this chamber. It's not very deep. It's like a foot deep. However, you do see that in the puddle, there's a way to wade through the water to a third option of a path. Everyone give me a perception check. Okay. On a 19, Darval, you sort through the various footprints and marks all over this cavern. One interesting fact, Will, you notice this too. One interesting fact is, there's obviously cultists, lizard folk, bullywugs, all of different shaped footprints. Those footprints are everywhere. You guys note that the southeastern hallway is only ever used by bullywugs, not cultists or lizard folk.
I don't think we're going that way then.
So this one is bullywugs.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you got the bullywug only one. You could wade through the water over here, or there is steps going up to a higher level of the cave in the top.
Yeah. With that, so when you say wade through, do we have to swim?
You would not have to swim, but it would be. You can't go your full speed through the water, and it's a little bit noisier.
Okay. Do we want to check out the water now or later?
I usually do the stairs now because the water's a little less stealthy.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, which stairs?
We're gonna go around the, because I assume we're going to the stairs.
Okay, yeah, you border around the outside there, going up towards the top stairs.
Yeah.
The ledge is kind of dividing. You look up and see there's stairs, and there is a ledge, like a small cliff. It's about 15 feet up. However, there is a wooden crank-powered crane that has been set up for lowering heavy crates or other loads down from the cliff, or perhaps bringing them up. There is also a small wooden ladder stashed on the left side.
Okay.
But clearly a fair amount of infrastructure.
Then I guess we'll try to sneak kind of up here, and then Willa will fly up and lower the ladder.
All right, Willa, fly up, lower the ladder. I'd say everyone, as you get to the next ledge, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Is there a hotkey so you can drag the map without having to change to drag?
To drag the map? I don't think so. I just use...
So like the pan view, I have to keep switching back and forth. Thank you.
Okay. I just use my mouse pad to swipe around really quick.
Say something. By the way, I just pump some. I want to heal myself a bit quickly before we continue.
Sure.
Straight down to health. I was gonna cast a Cure Wounds level 1 on myself. I don't have Cure Wounds. Never mind. I'm gonna use lay on hands on myself.
Okay, so 2 very good stealth checks in the beginning, 2 nat ones. So majority rules. Captain Guppy, basically, it's all on you. If you're stealthy or not.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. No one seems to be running out of the hallways as you guys clamber up onto the next tier.
I guess I am flying, and I'm tiny.
I guess, yeah, that does track.
Oh, what happened? Where'd I go? Where'd I go? That's not right.
You went back to the river.
I'm back in the water. Yeah, not sure why I did that. That's not supposed to happen.
Okay, well, I can move you. Everyone's up
I
here.
got it.
All right, so I guess we just
Back to the river again. What's going on here?
You're over here.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm
there.
just gonna sort of follow.
Okay.
I'm moving backwards whenever I move
Yeah,
forward.
every time you drag yourself, you're going... refresh your page or something. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
Okay, pause where you guys are right there. Captain, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say that I'm flying, but I'm lightly dragging my axe along the floor so that I know where I am.
Okay. Yeah, no one has yet lit up the area, so you start to drag your axe. I assume you should not be able to see much ahead of you at this point, Captain Guppy, I assume, on the map.
I can see nothing.
Okay, that's...
was I given dark vision?
I have not given Walker Dark Vision yet. I can if you want.
I could just cast light of the light cantrip if you guys want me to.
That would
Give us a little bit of light.
Okay.
up to you guys, because 2 of us can't see.
Yeah, I think it's probably.
All right.
Were you saying it?
The room you guys are in now is just like this misty room. Seems to be a couple other exits out of here. One south, one southwest, one northwest. Are you activating light? And if so, are you casting light
Bullywugs down
on...
the tunnel. I see a large number of bullywugs down the tunnel.
Okay, you tell your friends to see a large number of bullywugs. They have not done anything. These guys passed your stealth check. Lyral, as you spot them, give me a perception check. They're just standing there menacingly. Not super sure why they're there, but they're standing still for some reason.
They're probably... I think they're amassing an army to overthrow or what's his name? Wort something?
Lord Wartatius, not in charge of anything really. He was running the gate at the moment. You guys learned that they just love being superly over dramatic about all their names. Like likely, probably not a real lord, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are they plotting rebellion? Perhaps.
Yeah,
So-
my assumption is they're plotting rebellion.
So if Darvel's gonna be a light, should Willa kind of scout ahead, because she has a bunch of dark vision and can fly?
Not bad, yeah.
Give me a perception check, Will. Which way are you scouting? Just drag yourself wherever.
Yeah, so she's gonna check out this room first.
Okay. Give me a stealth check as you're doing that.
Ooh, there's another room.
Shitload of giant toads.
Okay.
As well as it looks like they have some various bullywug handlers around who are feeding and training them.
Okay.
And I'll bring the bullywugs over to the token layer in a hot second. Apart from that, as you kind of look in there, yeah, this appears to be much deeper than the like little pool you saw in the first room. This is like an underground lake, effectively.
Imagine if we had to fight everything we passed so far. That'd be such a slog out.
It's a lot.
So much experience. We should probably do it on the way out. But oh my goodness.
I would say worryingly as well, you see that there's a lot of rather large bones scattered around the chamber. These frogs like to eat, and whatever they're eating is pretty big, and some of them look worryingly humanoid.
Ugh. Okay. I guess she'll.
See, one of them's tongue just goes like, darts out, and just gets like a fucking femur in its mouth.
Gross. So she'll kind of try to sneak or take a peek into this room.
All right. I'm gonna say on your stealth check, you can get a bit closer. So first of all, you see there are 2 rows of 5 bullywugs, and at the head of them, you see this fine fellow, Farblex Spattergoo.
Oh, that was the guy that's sometimes in the barracks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Additionally, as you look into that room, this looks to be some sort of frog shrine. There are niches in the wall filled with carvings of frogs ranging from the size of a fist to the size of a pumpkin. Larger carvings sit on the floor. Crude renderings of frogs scratched into the walls around the niches with what looks like colored chalk. I'd say give me a religion check. It looks like they're worshiping multiple gods. Not really sure what they're doing with that. It appears like they're kind of in silent prayer at the moment.
Okay. Good to know. Menacing prayer.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess she'll try to scout out the next room.
Okay, looking into the top. You see that mist is seeping into this room. The room itself is not empty, however. You see that there is inscribed upon the floor, not part of the map art, but I will add one in a second. There is a giant circle of runes permanently carved into the floor. If you want to make an Arcana check, you can.
Sounds dangerous.
So do I think that my companions are near me still?
You heard.
You should be able to see, right? Darvel put a light on.
Oh,
I haven't done it yet.
hasn't done it yet. You heard them say that they saw some frogs up ahead, and then they said that Willow was gonna go scout. So that is where the runic circle is. You have no idea though. What the fuck? Like what's that circle for?
I guess Willow will return and report what she's.
All right. You guys hear all the stuff that I told. What Willow saw. You know, room full of frogs, seemingly very, very carnivorous frogs. A bullywug prayer session, and a room with a runic circle. I'd say, as you describe it, if anyone else wants to make an Arcana check on it.
They make religion on the frog paintings.
I would say they were so obscure. I think you
Yeah.
actually have to look at them to try to get a religion check.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not good Arcana. I don't know much about it. Arcane.
Neither do I.
I'd say Lyral and Captain Guppy, fairly confident that it has magic involved.
Okay.
Like, I know that's magic.
I'd say like 70% positive that there's magic involved.
All
Do
right.
you guys want to know what school of magic it belongs to?
Are you asking them if they want to know? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, would this be helpful?
Yeah.
All right, what school of magic does it belong to?
I think with such a high roll, Captain Guppy, you are able to
No, I just
eliminate.
know.
Oh fuck, you have the ability, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, sorry. I was gonna say you can eliminate some of them. Fuck. All right, ignore me. I forgot what all of your abilities are now. Let's see, because I want to make sure I am not telling you the wrong school. Let me just double check. I think you are pretty. You're positive this is conjuration magic.
I conveyed that information.
Conjuration would like summon stuff, right?
Conjuration's used for a fair amount of things.
I'm gonna be like, I'm pretty sure that's for conjuring demon.
It can summon stuff. Some healing spells are actually conjuration.
Rat frogs.
Basically, conjuration is usually move stuff, bring stuff to you, heal stuff, manifest things.
Okay.
Like positivity.
Yeah, like good vibes. There's actually a bunch of like salt crystal lamps around the edge of circle. I almost got a salt crystal lamp because I like how they look, but I'm worried that my cat would just lick it because I've seen too many videos of cats licking salt lamps. And I don't trust you, Paladin. You're sitting nicely in that bed for now, but you're a monster. Okay. So what's the next play? We got a lot of knowledge that we just accrued in that scouting trip.
I vote.
If it's light.
I vote we go to the most north one because again, we don't have to fight any of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair.
Is anyone helping the people who can't see get over there?
I will put my hand on Walker's shoulder and like kind of lead him the way.
Well, Willa will help me.
Okay, I'll help Captain Guppy then.
Captain Guppy, you feel a hand rest on you as Darval's like, I can lead you.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Here, I'll drag you along with them.
Don't worry yet.
Be happy.
I'm gonna stay by Darval and Captain Guppy so I can keep praying for Captain Guppy.
Just a constant quiet monologue.
Yeah.
And lo, each night in the twilight embrace, we pray. Just like constant fucking prayer. Okay, now that you guys are in here, I'm gonna say,
Yeah, can we re-roll our Arcana checks now that we can see it?
I
We
think,
just pretend Willa did a really bad description of it.
I will say everyone can do one more check. The DC will be slightly lower now that you're actually looking at it.
Nice. Come on, Lero.
We all got 12.
Lero got 12. Only, I think,
I know, I'm hoping that's enough.
Captain Guppy hasn't done a second try, I don't think.
I mean, I can't see it.
Oh yeah, you can't even see it.
20.
He can't even see it. He has no idea.
It glows, right? It's magical.
It does not. I put a blue. It's carved into the stone. It does not glow.
I can make it glow.
Then I guess I can't.
You can make it glow. Do you want to cast light on the fucking cobblestone over there?
Glow?
Can I guidance myself?
Can you guidance yourself? I think you can cast guidance. Does it say?
I can also cast guidance on you.
If you want to say you
think we do
casted,
that.
you want to say you casted
That's-
guidance?
Okay, so that's plus a D4.
Okay.
It's plus a D4. That could push Lero over. It does not.
No.
It does not. Just immediate shutdown.
Everyone has inspiration. Up to you whether you want to use it on this.
I think I'd rather just send the captain through.
All right.
I'll walk through it.
You walk through it.
I'll walk through it.
Okay, nothing happens. You walk across the carved stone symbols on the floor.
Sweet.
I'd say you feel. I would say nothing. You feel kind of like a static charge, like the hair on the back of your neck stands up a bit.
Okay, guys. Staticky, that's about it. It's safe to cross over if you want to walk over it.
Anyone that wants to walk over it can experience the static
So
charge.
am I no longer being
I'm
led
not
then?
gonna walk
I don't think you're being led
Yeah.
again. You were let go of.
I'll come back around and grab Guppy.
We found a fancy dagger.
Oh, it's true.
Oh.
Now we have found a weird magic circle.
Those are both facts that have happened this session. Yes.
I think we should try sacrificing one of the bullets.
Oh my god.
I was about to say the same thing.
Sorry, I missed what you said, Harold.
Well, I was just going to say still a little blood.
Captain Guppy's like, oh hey, same wavelength.
So we actually couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
We should try to use the fancy dagger we found to sacrifice one of the bullywugs in the magic circle.
Oh, a bully bug.
No and no. If we find a cultist who's still alive, we can bring him over to do that, but I'm not going to sacrifice any innocent bullywugs.
I thought
Yeah.
you were
Innocent?
Relatively.
Your alcohol.
The bully was apparently
that's the crime you went with, not the room full of bones. They're out there the way they make their alcohol. Outstanding
what kind of
argument.
floor is this?
Floor? It's cobblestone.
So, like theoretically, could we destroy the circle? Like, how hard would that be?
You could try. It would be pretty fucking difficult. It's like deeply carved in there.
I can't just remove one of the rocks.
No. I mean, again, you could try. You think it'd be a difficult circle to break, though.
Huh. Now, does anyone have?
I just cast Dispel Magic on it.
Alright, let me double check the rules of Dispel.
Yeah.
Good question.
I typed Dispel Magic, and I guess because I'm an idiot and don't ever remember this spell, Google suggested in purple 4 different searches that I have searched in the past, which is Dispel Magic 5e, Dispel Magic Pathfinder, Dispel Magic Pathfinder 2e, Dispel Magic Starfinder. They're all different in every edition, and they're so confusing. Okay. You would need to make you're using wisdom for your modifier, right? So you'd make a wisdom check.
Okay.
Because it is certainly over 3rd level.
All right.
I'm
I will try that.
Okay. You can burn a spell slot and try.
Yeah.
I think you have to actually just hit the wisdom roll.
Just flat wisdom?
Yeah, it's just plus your spellcasting modifier, which for you is wisdom.
Plus proficiency, right? Well,
I don't think so. It just says make an ability check using your... Oh, but you do get to add proficiency to ability checks, I believe. So it would be 10, I guess, if you guys are at +3 yet. Or 9 if
I'm
you're at
going
2.
to inspiration that.
Okay. You focus this obdurative anti-magic towards the circle, and you can feel the waves of your magic reach the border of it and just fizzle out. Does not work.
That's rough.
Yeah. It seems like quite strong magic.
Yeah, it's worrisome.
If there's anything else you want to try with the circle, we're gonna wrap up in 2 minutes here, but I'd say we have time for a couple more. Any other tries someone's trying to make here?
I'm gonna try to attack one of the stones with a sword and smite the smite. Actually, I don't want to waste the smite near my terrible idea, but I'm gonna attack with my sword.
Okay, roll your hit roll, see if it's crit or not. You're gonna hit it automatically, but might as well. Okay. As you slam into it, give me a... What would this be? It'd be a dexterity save.
Oh, goody. I'm bad at that. It's like my favorite save. Oof.
You're gonna take 4 electricity damage as a slight wave of magic feedback runs up your sword. Looks like maybe you scuffed it a bit. You think you would have to do a lot of chops to get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna break that easily.
Okay. Well, do we want to check out the pond then?
We good? Yeah, maybe it's good. Yeah.
All right.
We should go back to the little water area and go through there.
The central chamber?
Yeah.
Where you first came down?
Who has the knife?
I think Willa pulled it out of the statue because she was the only one that got the high enough investigation check.
Yeah, she has the knife.
Can I look at it? See if it matches any of the symbols here?
Sure, go ahead.
It is dark in here, so,
Alright. I'm gonna use fairy magic just to make a little spark.
Oh, yeah, you can use a little druid craft. You little embers kind of form up. I'd say give me either an Arcana.
I'm not actually checking that.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, go. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cut my hand a little bit and drop a little bit of blood in the circle.
Okay. I'm gonna say not enough that you actually take a point of damage. You drip some blood into the circle, a little bit of light guiding your way. Nothing seems to happen, just fizzles.
Okay. All right.
We needed a whole bully look.
We're not attacking blood bugs yet. They haven't attacked us yet.
So you try that, and then people are saying you're trying to wade through the water in the first room.
Yeah, I think so.
Before you fuck with the others.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just drag you guys back to the first room all at once. Then down here.
Well, how tall is the ceiling?
10
there's
feet.
enough room for Willa to kind of fly over the water and check it out.
Yeah, you could fly over. It's 10 feet.
Okay, yeah.
Give me a perception check, Willa. right. Now I'm going to make a check here.
Oh boy.
All right, Willa, as you look around, you do notice something. The thing that immediately jumps to your attentions, you see that beneath the water, inside this like other chamber, you can see the glint of like gems, semi-precious stones, and a couple of coins all in there. However, as you are looking at that, something oozes out of the stonework and slaps at you. That is going to be...
Hello.
This oozes out.
Gray ooze. Huh.
And it is going to make one attack, and then we come back next time. We will roll for initiative.
All right.
Kind of lashing up at your ankle. We'll see what it does in this final moment. And come on, load your character sheet. All right. That's a nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay, that means I need fucking more dice. All right, so first thing that happens is you take 9 bludgeoning damage.